Welcome back to OtakuDaiKun. We are playing more Tsukihime. We'll be finishing off Akiha's route with her true ending as well as her good ending. That might wind up being a shorter stream today. I have no idea how much of the run is left. As a reminder, this is a charity stream for hashtag waifu for laifu. We're showing the world that anime fans can like all sorts of varied content, safe for work, not safe for work, whatever it is, politically correct. I mean, seriously, we got frickin' Russia trying to ban stuff like Death Note. And we're just trying to show that what we consume for fiction doesn't mean we're bad people. Doesn't mean any of those negative assumptions about it are true. And we're giving back to the world in a good way. That is the dream, by helping the Red Cross, who does blood drives as well as disaster relief. And as a special incentive, our goal for the current week, I would say, today or Thursday, whichever, is to reach $2,000 in donations. We are now at $1,500. And if we reach that $2,000 mark, I will be releasing a special NSFW dai-chan artwork. It's a shower pic. I've been working kind of hard on that. I'm quite happy with the way it turned out. But the internet will not see it until we reach that goal. YouTube is being confusing. It's telling me no data. You idiot! But you're working. But yeah, we'll see if we can get there. Let's see here. Last we left off, Archangel's Glen getting us started off. We got City Hunter donating 50. Amazing. We're getting started right from there. I'm trying to remember exactly where we left off from last time. We figured out that obviously Akiha has the demonic blood that can invert, and she's worried that that's going to happen. We met Roa, who's trying to claim her back. Okay, right. And so, oh, got it. That's exactly what happened. Okay, so Akiha got injured. She's chilling back. She explained that she needs to consume blood from people to absorb their heat. Turns out Kohaku is particularly good at supplying that heat to the Tono family demonic suppression, as it were. Yeah, we had a big talk. Learned a lot about her. Yep. NSFW dai-chan thing. Greetings from Costa Rica. Nice. That's over on Twitch. Letting Kohaku-san take care of Akiha, I come down to the first floor. I can't treat Akiha's wounds, so I want to help her in some other way. If I search the old man's room, I might be able to find something to help her. He was the head of the Tono family, after all. He should have recorded some way to fight against the Tono blood. I don't think you're gonna like the way your old man... how he wound up suppressing a lot of it. Damn, I guess I can't find it that easily. I sit down and take a breath. The old man's library is really big, and it takes a lot of time to look through each book. Besides, most of them are just educational reports, and it looks like information on the Tono family isn't here. The only thing I found was this journal-like book that belonged to the old man. I see. This looks to be a record of the time after I was taken into the Arima household. If I flip through the pages... And then I see Akiha's name and I turn back. Let's see. Report on Akiha's spasms? What is this? I start reading it carefully. The old man looked at it this way. Akiha became one of strong Tono blood right after I left. To live, Akiha needs more heat than a normal person. If you say that the heat Akiha needs is 10, food only gives her 6 or 7, and the extra heat she needs is the reason for her body's extra burden. The problem is why she needs that much heat to stay alive in the first place. It looks like it took the old man some time to figure it out. After a few years worth of pages, the answer is finally written down. Half of her life? I don't think I get what he means. It says that out of all the energy she has, she's only using 1/2 of it. To rephrase it, so it's easier to grasp, it's like she's moving around normally while using only half of her body. But of course, it's impossible to do that. That's why Akiha's body consumes heat from some other source to try and make up for that. But no human can do that. It's superhuman power. The more she needs heat from her surroundings, the more Tono blood awakens as it grows less and less human. What are some good anime to watch? You're currently watching Re:Zero. Re:Zero is alright. Definitely I would recommend jumping in on The Promised Neverland. The first season of that is on Netflix, and it's currently streaming the second season on Hulu. That's one I highly recommend. The rest of it, I guess, depends on what genres you're into. What's written after that looks like Akiha's growth record. I read on, but find the information becoming less and less useful to me. I threw the diary onto the table. Beastars is also pretty badass. That's definitely a quality show. The first season's on Netflix. The second season would be coming out right now, except for Netflix being a little jerk and holding back all of the North American episodes until it's all released so that people can binge it. There's a fun one I've been watching if you're into like the musical idol type stuff, is D4DJ dark shows. You might like Promised Neverland. It has a kind of a dark premise, not the most dark in the world. If you're looking obviously for something really messed up, we got the first 2 episodes of Redo of Healer, which is fun in a very twisted sort of way. Again, if you want really, really dark stuff, not Monogatari. Monogatari's not bad. I highly recommend that, but also Higurashi. Higurashi's been getting a lot of love lately with that new season. Higurashi Go, which is currently streaming on Hulu. It sucks that most of this stuff is from Funimation, because they've been stealing all these licenses from Crunchyroll, so I'm like, no! But yes, Higurashi's amazing. It actually has a pretty good anime history. Man, I want Redo of Healer to get even crazier. Yeah, I just downloaded the Higurashi VN a long time ago. I watched the Studio Dean adaptation. Now I'm watching the new show. Can you watch anime on Netflix with English sub? Yeah, you can. You just go into the settings and you choose the Japanese voice. Dude, Go's latest episode is crazy. Rika is like the saddest character ever. And I feel she has absolutely no reason to like Hinamizawa. It's almost like she's been groomed into loving it. It's up to her, though. I'm not going to spoil anymore. They did a horrible redub of Escaflowne? I still need to watch that show, period, because I hear it's like just a fucking classic. Just never got around to it. Maybe I'll stick to subs to be safe. Anyway, back to the game. Stupid old man. Fate Zero's dub is on Netflix, depending on what nation you're in. Yeah, it always depends on the region for Netflix. So you could, VPN that shiz. Or was it impossible for even the old man to find a way to help her? But only half her energy? I wonder what she's doing with the other half. It seems simple. If Akiha can use all of her energy for herself, then she wouldn't have to take in heat from someone else. Redo it's fascinating. I like a story that's willing to dive into something that most other stories don't have the nads to do, as it were. I love dubs from Bandai. Oh, sucks that they had to redub it then. But I do want to see it in Blu-ray quality, so... I don't think there's anything else for me to find here. I should go outside and let myself unwind. I'm worried about Akiha. When I look up, I realize I'm at the detached building. I didn't feel like going back to my room, so I naturally came here instead of the mansion. I go in. I sit down on the tatami and stare at the ceiling. I let out a deep breath. I feel relaxed in here. This was my room when I was a kid. This was the room Akiha came to when I was sick. I start to remember little by little. When I was adopted 10 years ago, when I lived in this room, and the days I spent playing with Akiha and Shiki. He was saying Nanaya. Nanaya. Written as 7 nights in Japanese? I guess it's my real last name, but it doesn't really matter now. In your opinion, which anime has the worst English dub? Ugh, you know, I don't hate English dubs enough to perhaps be able to declare that. I usually like English dubs quite a bit, depending on which ones. Okay, you're right. Bible Black's dub is pretty horrible. You are absolutely right. I can agree with you there. Okay, shit, you said... The one thing I don't mind about Funimation is their Blu-rays. They put them out at an affordable price that's actually reasonable for me. It was thanks to them that shows like Violet Evergarden finally got a Blu-ray release after all these years. I'm very glad and proud to have that. They also did that for Kabaneri of the Iron Fortress. They still need to do that for the movies, though. Because I feel like all of Violet Evergarden costs less than frickin' like El Malloy Case Files. But yeah. Crest of the Stars? I've never seen it. A kid named Anaya Shiki was eliminated 8 years ago. Oh, I love Violet Evergarden. And it's also got a fantastic dub. Dubs that come out of California, you can trust. That's what I can say. Yeah, I think Funimation should just remain as a Blu-ray licensing company, but again, they censor stuff. So I wonder, I'm waiting for someone who actually wound up buying Funimation's Azure Lane Blu-ray to see if they wound up keeping the censors in that version of the show. Because if so, that's absolutely unacceptable. There's a lot of people, yeah, so we got, you know, what was it, Yellow Flash and Hero Hey both talking about that. The publisher of the English release of Redo of Healer, so the light novels, or the manga, I guess it's the light novels. It always is, it starts as a light novel, goes to manga, and then goes to frickin' anime after all that. Fruits Basket, I'm sure they will, eventually. But yeah, Redo of Healers, it's the publication and not the anime. Sentai Filmworks currently has the anime rights to redo of Healer, which is why it's on High Dive, which I don't really care for that, but I have relative faith that Sentai will properly release the Blu-rays for that show in uncensored form. A kid named Nanayashiki was eliminated 8 years ago. His last name, his real name, even his memories. I can't even remember my parents' faces. I don't want to remember those things anyway. I see. This knife is not the old man's, but really my... I take the knife out of my pocket. Nanaya is written on the handle. In that regard, this was really my true father's. Tono Makihisa had some human emotions after all. He should have eliminated everything that would lead me to Nanayashiki, but he still left me this knife. And then, something drips onto my hand. What? I feel my cheeks. Why? I'm not happy or sad, but that's weird. Why am I crying? There's no reason to, but I cannot stop crying. I wonder how long it's been. You know, I mean, I bought the Blu-ray to El Malloy. I haven't watched it yet, though. Just because I've covered the material so much through, like, lessons in Magecraft and stuff like that, that I'm like, it's kind of hard to just sit down and watch Fate stuff casually, because I know it, like, back and forth. Night should have gone by. It must be almost sunrise. It's Sunday today, huh? Well, even if it was a weekday, I would have skipped school and stayed with Akiha. Because it's Sunday, it's more convenient. Kohaku-san said she should stay in bed. How depressing. I don't know how many weeks it'll take for Akira to heal. What can I do until she gets better? Kick the fuck out of Roa? I don't even have to think about it. Yeah, apparently, well, if Aniplex released its domestic Blu-ray, then... Yeah, no, they've got English audio. They got English audio. I must find and kill him once and for all. He's not human anymore. No, even if he is. Even if people like me, or even if people tell me I'm a murderer, I can't let Shiki stay alive. Someone comes in the building. Could it be Kohaku-san? I hear small, light footsteps getting closer, until finally, the sliding door opens. I'm waiting for them to release frickin' Babylonia on Blu-ray. I want to watch that whole thing in English dub. And I know on their website I probably could, but I also love buying it. I can't believe it. It's Akiha. Akiha, are you alright? Yes, my wounds have healed now. Healed? No way. That wound wasn't anything that would heal in a night. Besides, Kohaku-san said it would take weeks to heal. To heal that fast is not human. Then I finally realize it. No, I wish I didn't. That Akiha's hair is still red. It's exactly what you think it is, Nissan. My wound is healed. A wound which wouldn't heal this quickly for a normal person. Akiha's hair is red in the morning sunlight. But I have no interest in that. What are you saying, Akiha? If your wound's healed, that should be good enough. I hate the Tono blood, but if it helps out like this, then it's a good thing. You don't have to force yourself. I didn't come here to be a bother to you. I came to tell you a few things while I'm still sane. What? She said while she's sane. Listen to me, Nissan. I've been lying to you for so long now. There's no way for me to make up to you for that, but I have to at least tell you the truth. I cannot disappear like this. Akiha's eyes shine as if she's about to cry. If she looks at me that way, there's no way I could stop her. All right, I'll listen. Yeah. No, I like what I've heard of the dub, and I absolutely love Mela Lee as Rin Tosaka, so I'll keep up with that. But, why haven't they released the goddamn Blu-ray? Funimation is so freaking slow about doing that. Here they are working their asses off on simuldubs no one gives a fuck about. And their best dubs don't even come from Texas anyway. But from Bang Zoom, where they don't have any, control over there. Maybe you don't have to tell me at all. All the same, do you still want to tell me about it? Nissan, you know? Shiki likes to talk a lot, and he told me most of it while you were unconscious. But if you want to tell me about it, I'll listen. If you tell me yourself, I think it would help me understand. Akiha looks aghast for a moment, and then she bites her lip and looks at me. Nissan, you were adopted 10 years ago from the Nanaya family. I don't know why Father adopted you, but he introduced you to us as our new family member. Akiha squints, as if pained, and continues on. I've heard that the Nanaya family was the total opposite of our kind. There are those like the Tono family with mixed blood, and then there are those who oppose them. Nissan, you wouldn't like it if there were lions and tigers in your school, right? We humans tend to eliminate people who are different from us, or anyone who is superior to us. It's pretty easy to understand why, if you think about it. It's not that they eliminate the different people because they hate them. Instead, it's because these different people were in our society. Oh, sorry, because if these people were, it would endanger the lives of normal people. So there will always be those who eliminate the non-humans. The Nanaya family was special among those who stood against the non-humans. They didn't use magic, but instead relied purely on their own abilities. The Tono family became special by reintroducing inhuman blood into their bloodline. The Nanaya family became special through willpower and determination. Tono and Nanaya were enemies, but they were actually close in a way just by our nature. So if you happen to have any special powers, it's not from the blood of Tono, but from Nanaya. It's written in your blood to kill anything that's inhuman. Nissan, there was that time when you ran away from me, remember? I realized it then. The Nanaya blood in you is still working, and it reacted to me. She's talking about that night. She's right, I did feel a homicidal impulse when I saw Akiha's red hair. I thought I was a killer for that reason, but that means... Yes, you only feel that way towards abnormal people like me and Shiki. But that's why you were like death to us. Even though the people of Nanaya have stopped their work, I think it's still a threat just to have their blood around. Why? Suddenly my heart is beating very loud. I have a very bad feeling about this. I cannot let Akiha go on. No, it's more that I don't want to hear it from her. It's alright. You don't have to go on. It's already over, so there's no point. It has nothing to do with you or me now. With me or you. But Nissan, I don't care about the Nanaya family. I don't know them. If you're the head of the Tono family, you should worry about the Tono family. Akiha bows her head and gives a reluctant nod. Then let's talk about us. Nissan and I, and Shiki. We were raised as true siblings. You and Shiki got along well. I was kind of jealous of you guys. But everything went wrong when that happened to Shiki. 8 years ago, Shiki's Tono blood awakened, and he killed me. Yes. But your life was saved. Things didn't end that easily, though. We took care of Shiki, but we couldn't kill the eldest sibling of the Tono family. We're a pretty powerful family, socially, so we couldn't just tell everyone that our eldest son, the only successor, died. So Father came up with it. Let Nissan be Tono Shiki, and let Shiki be the adopted son who died in an accident. Akiha speaks these words as if hoping they will damn Tono Makihisa. So that's it. Shiki and I reversed roles. The one that was killed lived on, and the one who did the killing died. That's the relationship between Shiki and I. I'm sorry, Nissan. The boy named Shiki no longer exists. He died 8 years ago. It wasn't just the end of his life, but the end of his existence. His past, name, household, and even his memories. There's nothing left anywhere. 8 years ago, when you took the place of Tonoshiki, Father got rid of everything. That's why you were taken to the Arimas. To the outside world, Tono's eldest son had to be alive. But since there's no Tono blood in you, you couldn't be the successor. Father explained that your body was weakened by the accident, so he sent you to the Arimas. I didn't agree. I even held a grudge against Father for letting you go for a stupid reason like that. I guess it's because I told him that I wanted you back so many times, but Father finally came out and told me that you were adopted. And he told me never to let you come close to our house. Father didn't take into account what kind of cruel things he was doing to you, and he lied to me shamelessly until the day he died. Akiha's story ended there. It might be because she hid these facts from me for so long, but Akiha's story sounded more like a confession. That's the whole story. So now you know. You know you're not really my brother. You're not part of this rotten family. About to cry. Akiha's voice sounds like she's about to cry. I'm sorry, Akiha. I wasn't your real brother, but I still acted like it. And I caused trouble for you. What, Nissan? But I'm already a part of this family. I might not be your brother, but can I still stay here? I don't want to leave you ever again. Akiha puts her hands over her mouth and bites back whatever words were about to come out. After a long silence, Akiha sadly shakes her head. I see, you're right. It was wrong for me to ask that. I've been a terrible brother anyway. No! That's not true! I can't believe it. Akiha's crying. Nissan, you're my only Nissan. I've watched you since I was just a little girl. It's nice for you to say that, but that's because you didn't know. You didn't know I wasn't your brother. I knew it from the beginning. I knew that you were adopted, that you weren't really my brother. I knew all that, but I didn't care. From the first time you called me my name... from the time you first called my name... Still crying, Akiha falls against me. Akiha. I put my hands on her slender shoulders. Is that her heartbeat echoing in my ears, or mine? She's so close. Akiha's body is so close to me that I could put my arms around her if I wanted to. You knew? Since she was a child, all this time, she knew that I wasn't her real brother. Why didn't you tell me, Akiha? I'm not your brother after all. A small silence. Akiha looks up. Because I wanted to be with you. Yeah, this definitely sounds like an H scene coming up. Real quick, just a reminder to those who may have jumped in later to this stream. Currently there is a donation incentive for this charity that if we reach $2,000, I will be releasing onto probably both Twitter and Discord a NSFW pic of dai-chan. She'd be doing a shower. Handmade. Well, I made the CG. It was pretty fun. So that will be released as a prize if we reach that goal by the end of this week, between Tuesday and Thursday. But yeah, let's continue. If I didn't tell you, if we stayed brother and sister, we could stay together. Since I'm not human, since I'm too different from you, we can't stay together. Akiha clenches her eyes shut and hits me in the chest. But if we were brother and sister, I thought we could still be together. No matter how much you hated me, no matter how much you ignored me, it would be okay if we could just stay together. Smack. The sound of her hitting my chest again. Isn't it weird? I was born into such a powerful family, but I wasn't allowed to ask for anything. Since I'm different, since I'm not like everyone else, I was going to be trapped inside this mansion and live without knowing anyone from the outside. That's what I was ready for, but you destroyed it all. As if trying to drive out everything she kept inside all these years, Akiha hits my chest again and again. If Nissan didn't show up, I could have lived like that my whole life. But I became weak and became a liar. I lied to you and lied to myself. I thought if I kept on lying about us being brother and sister, then I wouldn't want anything else. Hearing this, she stabs my heart with pain. Such a small lie, but to protect that little lie, Akiha has fought against so much, until it finally became too much, leaving her crying like she is now. Akiha, you were my only Nissan for all this time. I could never accept anybody else as my Nissan, let alone love anybody else. I can't do anything about this feeling. Akiha hits my chest once more and grows quiet. A long silence. Sorry, murmurs Akiha, momentarily breaking the silence. My heart stutters at that single word. Akiha was alone with her pain all this time. She was in pain because she knew everything. That I was adopted, that I was raised as Tonoshiki. Everything. She's now once again that young, black-haired girl who was always crying and apologizing to me when I was a kid. Come to think of it, Akiha was always apologizing to me. A small, nearly infinitesimal happiness for Akiha. Yet she still made up an elaborate story to protect it. That story itself was the barrier pushing her back. But it was also her one source of happiness. Akiha, No, I'm sorry. I've been selfish. But this is the last time, so you don't have to worry. Akiha pushes away from me. She's not crying anymore. The normal Akiha is here now. What do you mean this is the last? Akiha? Look, Nissan, my hair won't turn back anymore. Akiha looks at me, not sad, but rather letting me take in the truth of this statement. Her hair remains that dull, bloody red. So the Tono blood is in control of her, just like it was with Shiki. Wait, that's just for now, right? Besides, you're still Akiha, so it's not a problem. No, I know my own body. I know I can't go back. So this is the end of my lie. Nissan, you shouldn't be close to a monster like me. You should escape this place and live on as Nanaya Shiki. Akiha bows her head and steps back. I don't know anything about this Nanaya Shiki. I have no attachment to that name now. No, even if I did such a thing would be unimportant compared to Akiha. You idiot. I grab Akiha's arms. There we go, he's such a romantic, always calling his lovers an idiot. Hey, Nissan! She pushes back, always acting so strong, but always lonely. She caught me. Come to think of it, she caught me a long time ago. Listen, Akiha, I don't care what anyone says. I am your brother. No matter what happens, it doesn't matter if we're not related by blood. I'm your brother. Thank you, Nissan, but even if I wasn't, I'd stay beside you. Even if you're not my sister, you're still important to me. I won't let anyone else hurt you. I pull her into my arms. I love you as my sister. I hold her tightly. But I love you as a woman even more. Oh! I will always be your brother. But my penis, it does not agree! Oh man. Shiki. Isn't that reason enough to stay with you? Her breath catches in her throat. Everything stops. I can hear her heartbeat. Our bodies warm up all the way down to our fingertips. And then, as if there was never any doubt, we kiss. Oh, she refuses a bit at first. But as soon as I feel her full weight pressing against me, it's just a normal kiss, far from what anyone would call passionate, and yet it still blows my mind. Akiha's lips are cool and soft. It feels like we might melt into each other. My mind stops working as I feel her warmth against my lips. Brother banger, sister slammer, dun 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 dun. I can come up with many reasons why I shouldn't, but I want Akiha right now. I want to take her trembling body in my arms and make her all mine. Okay, I'm gonna be extra careful from here. Akiha still rests her body against mine. I'm so happy. Her voice is soft, I almost miss it. It was just a kiss, but she really does look happy. Akiha. I put my hands on her shoulders. It's not that I came up with anything. As if it's the most natural thing in the world, I gently kiss Akiha's neck. Her body shakes, but not with disgust or rejection. Does Akiha feel the same as I do? Maybe if I'm thinking it's natural to want to touch Akiha, she might be thinking the same about me. Akiha, do you want to do it? I ask her. Do it. I knew I could have said it better, but I can't think of anything fancy right now. Yes, Akiha nods. Just this simple gesture makes me more excited than I've ever been. But Nissan... Yeah, we're gonna do the noble phantasm thing. A favor? I just thought this might be... She looks down at the tatami. I see. It would probably hurt on the tatami. But what should we do? I don't think I can hold back if she wants to go all the way back to the mansion. If I can, I want to make love to Akiha right here in this room. Nissan, there's a futon in there. Akiha points at the closet. It's clean. We use it when I get blood from Kohaku. If that's the case, you should have told me earlier. If that's the case... Wait, whoops, sorry. Hold on, I'll get it. I pull away from Akiha and take the futon out of the closet. I lay it in the middle of the room and turn to face Akiha once again. And... Akiha sits in front of the futon, placing her fingers on the tatami, and gives me a formal bow. Then I will hope you treat me kindly, Nissan. Her face and tone are entirely serious, even though her cheeks are flushed bright red. Akiha. I move closer and put my hands on her shoulders. Such slender shoulders. I want to see and feel her smooth white skin. Can I, take off your clothes? I move my hands from her shoulders to her waist. And... Akiha shakes herself and looks up at me. Is Shiki watching him right now? Probably. No, I can do it myself. Her voice is shaking. She's probably embarrassed about showing herself to someone else. Akiha stands up and gets back from me as she puts her hands on the shirt's lowest button. Nissan, She blushes and looks away. Please don't laugh. Her voice is no more than a whisper as she slowly pulls her shirt off her shoulders. Oh, you guys can see this. This is not a problem. So I have to rearrange these windows a little bit. Cool. Now in her underwear, Akiha looks away in embarrassment. I don't know why. She told me not to laugh, but Akiha's body is more than beautiful than anything I've ever seen. You have nothing to be embarrassed about. Akiha, you're beautiful. I say honestly. This seems to embarrass her more, and she tenses from head to toe. Akiha? You don't want to do it with your brother after all? No, that's not it, but I... Akiha continues to look down, covering her chest with both hands. I have small breasts, so I was scared you might not like them. Akiha's blushing so hard that her ears are turning red. Man. It had to take a lot of courage for her to say that, and yet she managed to force her words out, looking at me expectantly for a reply. I see. You have small breasts, huh? I say this as brightly as I can. Akiha does not answer, but she keeps hiding her breasts with her hands. I really can't tell like this, though. You'd have to lower your hands and take your underwear off before I could really judge for myself. Smooth, dude, smooth. Take my underwear off? Are you telling me to get naked, Nissan? Duh. Well, we can't do it unless we get naked, right? Not necessarily, but parts of you do. Here, I'll take my clothes off first. Would that make it easier? What I can see already is beautiful, so I want to see every last inch of you. Akiha hesitates. Even though she wants to make love, I guess she still has some qualms about exposing herself. I can't understand how women think. Well, I guess it's not impossible to do it like that, but... Would it really be so bad to show me your body? No, it's just embarrassing, and, it's not that I don't want to, she answers awkwardly. Her voice is so weak that I can't help but tease her. Well, I don't really mind if you want it that way, but there's a couple of problems. If we do it like that, your underwear will get dirty, and Kohaku-san will definitely be able to tell what happened. Oh. I guess Akiha didn't get that far ahead. I don't have any second thoughts about this, but we're still brother and sister to most people. So if Kohaku-san finds out, it would be kind of awkward, if not potentially illegal. Don't you think? Yes. What should we do, Nissan? Akiha shifts nervously from one foot to the other. I can tell that she wants to make love right now, rather than risk having Kohaku-san find out. Well, we should work on keeping this a secret, so we should both get undressed. That's what you said in the first place, Nissan. Well, of course. I told you you're beautiful. There's nothing to be ashamed of. Besides, I really don't care about Kohaku-san. I just want to see your body. But if you don't want to, I'll just go back to the mansion. Go back? No! Akiha looks down and lets out a deep sigh. Geez, sometimes you act like a spoiled brat, Nissan. I am spoiled in a way. I may say what I want, but there haven't been many things I've wanted. So I guess this is the first time I've ever wanted something this bad. Akiha doesn't say anything, but she quietly slips her fingers into the top of her panties. Ooh! Ooh! Yeah, good. That was a good call. Okay, we need to get the Nobu Brigade in here. Can we duplicate? We can copy and paste duplicate. Okay, so you get to see this. Slowly, she pulls them off. They fall silently to the floor, leaving Akiha's white skin exposed to my eyes. Is this all right, Nissan? Akiha averts her eyes and moves her hands out of the way. Noble! I can't say anything. White body. Her body is perfect and completely unlike a man's body. Oh, we got some donations. Here we go. The skin is white, yet bearing a faint tinge of red, as though she's still embarrassed by her nudity. Everywhere I look, I see curves, and not just her waist. Even her legs are sleek and well-toned. It blows my mind. Nissan, please don't stare at me like that. As if I would ever heed that request. Like Akiha said, her breasts are small, but they're really well-suited to the rest of her. Her body is well-proportioned as a doll's. She's perfect in every way, so she doesn't need bigger breasts. My heart pounds in my chest. I'm sure Akiha's heart is beating loudly too, but my heartbeat would drown hers with ease. My throat loosens enough to let out a low sigh. White skin, her hair draping down her slender neck. Even though it has a faint hint of red, the beauty of her body is unparalleled. Her sculpted brows quiver with embarrassment, and her eyes clench shut just a bit tighter. her blushed face, her closed lips, her flat stomach, her tempting belly button. But more than anything, it's what waits for me between Akiha's legs that truly drives me wild. Akiha, you really are beautiful. I can't express it with words, but her naked body is so beautiful that I want to yank her into my arms and crush her against me until neither of us can breathe. Oh. Akiha blushes and puts a hand over her mouth. It's a different kind of blush than the ones before. What? What is it, Akiha? Instead of answering, Akiha simply stares. I follow her gaze, and Akiha is staring at my naked body. Not just me, but she's looking at my manhood, which is growing hard from looking at her perfect body. Oh, I feel uncomfortable. It's not that I'm embarrassed, but it's really awkward to have her see me this hard already. Akiha slowly comes closer, never taking her eyes off my hardness. My towering rod is grotesque and menacing compared to the beauty of her body. Stupid Nobu's always getting in the way. Well, Akiha, this is, I know. I was just a bit surprised, since this is the first time I've ever seen a man's, you know. Akiha stares at me in utter fascination. When I think that this is Nissan's, it makes me think it's kind of cute. What am I saying? Akiha mumbles as if talking to herself, and the sound of her voice erodes my restraint. Yeah, you guys can start throwing out some, noble phantasms. Akiha, I grab her by the arms and pull her up against me. Finally, skin to skin, we share a breathless embrace. My manhood is touching Akiha's stomach. Arm to arm, chest to chest. My groin and Akiha's stomach touch. Akiha's body moves. My gay bulge reacts to Akiha's body heat, growing harder still. Akiha, I hold her even tighter. The sensation of my Excalibur pressing against her stomach makes me feel hazy and drugged. Nissan, your body is so hot. We're only holding each other, but Akiha is already breathing hard. Just as I'm getting excited from this position, Akiha seems... Sorry, I got a hiccup. Akiha also seems to be turned on by the feeling of my hardness against her stomach. Akiha, I'm going to make love to you now. Akiha nods. Oh, but Nissan, this is my first time, so... Embarrassed, she mumbles. She says she doesn't know what to do. It's my first time too. Don't worry. I'll back off if it hurts too much. Technically, Shiki is lying about that. Maybe it was just an oversight during the writing, but they decided to add in that he has definitely had an experience prior. Kinda weird. So let me lead for now. Akiha mumbles in agreement. I can feel her body getting hotter. We sit on the futon, still holding each other, and I slowly begin exploring her body. I move behind her and gently bite her ear. Putting it between my lips, I carefully saw my teeth back and forth, kind of foreplay before the foreplay. And, just with that, Akiha's voice stops in her throat. Akiha? My voice doesn't reach her. I just bit her ear. Is that her weak spot? Akiha, are your ears that sensitive? No, it's not that, but... Akiha's body jerks as I nibble her earlobe. It's a bit strange. I'm being as gentle as I can, but Akiha seems to be reacting like I'm treating her roughly. Is she this tense because it's her first time? Akiha, relax. If you're like this when I'm barely touching you, I don't know if you'll be able to take it when we actually do it. Don't worry, just do what you want, Nissan. Akiha leans back against me, still breathing hard. There you go, you can see a little bit of that. Quick sneaky peeky. Ear biting's not so bad. What you talking about? I don't know if he did it with the doctor, but wasn't it like the doctor's daughter or something? Yeah. Her back arches violently. All I did was put my hands on her... Brahmastra Kundala. But she's so tightly wound that she's breaking her spine. Wow, they really are small. But they're soft and firm. See, if I do this, my fingers get pushed right back. Applying some pressure to the tips of my fingers, I squeeze her. Akiha cries out. Her skin molds around my fingers. Her Excalibur Morgans are incredibly firm. Nissan, please, don't be so rough. Akiha's voice is starting to heat up. Her body has been hot for some time. Your rule breakers are really cute. They're so cute, I think I have to play with them some more. Leaning over her shoulder, I slowly run my tongue across her. Akiha gasps and grabs my hand. Nissan, why do you like them so much? Akiha's body shudders. I'm only licking one of them, but sweat is pouring off of her as if she were on fire. It's really hot in here. I'm not very hot myself, but it definitely feels warmer in here. Probably because Akiha is generating enough heat for both of us. Nissan, please don't touch me like that. They're so small, they're more like a little girl's. Akiha breathes hard and tries to stop me from touching her. Of course, I have no intention of stopping. I squeeze her right breaker gorgon, which easily fits in the palm of my hand. She arches her back. Of course, this makes them stick out more, letting me squeeze them even harder. Instead of feeling soft and spongy, they have a nice, taut firmness to them. Like Akiha said, they're more like the Kazikli Bay of a little girl than a woman, making them almost painfully cute. Nissan. See, Akiha, even though they're small, you still like it when I touch them. Your cursed cutting craters are as hard as rocks. To illustrate my point, I capture her between my fingers. Akiha's face turns bright red and her entire body shakes. Embarrassment and pleasure fight for dominance in her slender body. I continue to squeeze. Nibble. Before she can stop me, I wrap my teeth around her and bite down. Akiha falls onto me, but I continue to bite, driving her crazy. Instead of stopping, I bite a little harder. Her red hair flies from side to side. Her body is so hot that it's almost volcanic. I pull away for a moment to survey my work. The futon under us is already soaking wet. So much for Kohaku not figuring this out, right? I'm just touching her, but she acts like I'm already inside of her. Is it good? No. Akiha's breathing so hard I can barely understand her. I can't be sure, but maybe. Both are watching right now? I see. If it doesn't feel good when I touch you, I'll just try another place. Did you say something, Nissan? I did. I told you I was going to do this. Turning her over, I lick Akiha's back. Then, Akiha arches away as if my tongue is burning her. Nissan, what are you doing? All I did was lick your back. You don't like that? No, it tickles and I'm scared. I let my arms fall to my sides. I'm completely speechless. No wonder she screamed so loud when I touched her ear. I guess Akiha is more sensitive. Much more sensitive than a normal person. Akiha, tell me the truth. Do you feel good? Akiha's face turns bright red. I don't even have to wait for her answer. Man, I didn't know you were this sensitive. Are you this sensitive all the time? I don't know, but I guess it's different right now. When I think of you touching me, my heart starts pounding really hard and my body gets all hot. Crap. That's so hot. I want to shove her down to the futon and finish what I started. But Akiha was just injured. I can't push her past her limits. Akiha, do you want to quit for today? What? Nissan? Akiha looks surprised. You don't want to be with me, Nissan? No, how can you even say that? I really want to, right now. But you're so sensitive. I don't know what will happen if we keep going. Plus, you said this is your first time. I feel like I could really break you if I keep My explanation is cut off, because Akiha's mouth is closed over mine. Nissan, Akiha, you told me it would be alright, so please don't stop. Akiha, but Please, if you think you'll break me, then break me. I'll endure any pain you give me. Akiha stares directly into my eyes. Her unwavering gaze forces me to make up my mind. You're sure it's alright? I don't think I can quit once I start. I want you too much. I don't care. I want you too, Nissan. Akiha's eyes are watery as she waits for me to make the next move. Akiha. If she really wants this, there's no way I can hold myself back. I lunge forward. Akiha lets out a sharp cry and falls back on the futon. Her heated sweating body bends pliantly around my fingers. You're already wet enough down here. I guess I don't have to do anything else to get you ready. But you still should! Nissan, why do you say such embarrassing things? Akiha blushes. Akiha hasn't seemed to figure out that the reason I say those things is because I want to see her reaction. I better check to make sure. Akiha, spread your legs. I can't see you like this. I grab her tightly closed legs. Hey, Nissan, no. No more waiting. Let me see you right now. Kya! I grab her ankles and pull her legs roughly apart. No, please don't look! Akiha tries to struggle, but I hold her firmly. I put my face down close to her delicate pink folds and take a deep, satisfying whiff. Haha! What are you doing, Nissan? I'm smelling you. You don't like it? Of course I don't like it. Besides, you don't have to because all you have to do is take your and mine and... She's babbling. I guess Akiha only knows the basics of sex. That's true, but you have to do other things first or it'll hurt. Although if she's this wet already, I don't think I'll have to worry about it. For example, you have to let it get used to being touched like this. I part her delicate world-faith domination and slowly extend my tongue. Akiha's body nearly shoots off the futon. Amazing! You're just as wet inside. Nissan, no, it's dirty. No, it's not dirty at all. It's warm and delicious. I lap up the juices slowly oozing out of her. I up the ante by pushing my tongue in the side. Unlike a hard Brahma... Oh, wait, you already said that one. What? Unlike a hard Agni Gandiva, tongues aren't that strong. I can't really fill her this way, so I just move it around, exploring everything within my reach. There, you can see that. Quick little peek. And back to it. Stop! Nissan, stop! Akiha's body arches back. Every time she bucks, her red hair dances on her shoulders. It's possibly the most erotic sight I've ever seen. The wispy hair that by my mouth is much thinner than the hair on her head. Below that small thatch of fuzz, I spy a small swelling of flesh, its red tip looking as if it simply aches to be touched. Obligingly, I give it a soft lick. This point is like the head of a man's gay bulg alternative, far more sensitive than any other part. Akiha's legs tense. Her body shakes. With one touch of my tongue, Akiha's beautiful body dances. Nissan, Akiha must be feeling too good to think. She can't seem to focus on me. There's no point in putting it off any longer. Besides, I can't hold on anymore. Akiha, I'm putting it in now. I lower my hips, leading my head to her waiting entrance. I haven't even put it in yet. I just touched her with the tip and her body is trembling. I don't know what'll happen if I put it in. But I want her so bad. I don't think I can stop. As gently as I can, I slowly push myself inside. There you go. That's the next CG. Akiha shudders violently. Her breathing grows more and more labored as I ease myself further inside. She clutches the sheets, wadding up huge fistfuls of fabric, and her teeth grind as she fights the pain. Akiha, does it hurt? Yes, but I can still stand it. Her answer comes in pieces. I find my own voice leaving as well. She's so tight. Just as Akiha is hurting from me pushing into her, I'm hurting from how tight she is inside. It's wet. Yes, it's very wet, but it's so tight that it's hard to move. It's like her inner walls are trying to push me out. That feeling. Her soft tunnel is snug around my... Shimasken? How about, yeah, well, Ro Ias is... Yeah, why not her Ro Ias? Or his Ro Ias, sorry. Squeezing me like a fist and almost making me pass out. You... I was trying to make Akiha comfortable and relaxed until now, and I wasn't that excited, but now that I'm partway in, I'm about to explode! Shit. No, not yet. I can't finish so soon. I clench my Legend of Dracula to try to push the rest of the way in. Ouch, Nissan, it's too big! Akiha arches back. My virgin laser Palladian must feel like it's tearing her apart. I'm trying to go as slowly as I can, but it still seems really painful for her. Akiha's movements become rough and erratic as the pain assails her. I push further in, reaching Akiha's unexplored depths, as if I had always been meant to. Akiha's voice is more like a scream now, but as her pain increases, so does my pleasure. Bastard. That's how good it feels inside her. I sink my hot golem Cater Malkuth into her. Into her Garden of Avalon. Thank you. This is just the beginning, Akiha. She's not the only one feeling hot. It's so hot inside her that it feels like I'm going to melt. Akiha, I'm going in. I push in a bit more, and I feel something that I can't push through. Akiha's walls keep squeezing me. Nissan! Akiha grits her teeth in preparation for the pain to come. Akiha, are you sure about this? Yes, it has to be you, Nissan. I don't need to hear anything else. Trying to make the pain as brief as possible, I surge forward. Her body jerks. Akiha's ass grinds back up against the futon in a futile attempt to escape. Yeah, you can see that real quick. That's all you get to see, though. I feel something slimy running down my thigh. The liquid flowing from Akiha now has a faint red tinge mixed with it. But I keep moving. I push in. Akiha's stomach bulges a bit. Proof that I'm now deep inside of her. I move my hips back and forth, loving every noise our joined bodies make. I can't hear Akiha. She must still be in pain. It has to be more pain than pleasure for her right now. But it's the exact opposite for me. The more it hurts for Akiha, the tighter her Lord Camelot grips me. There's no way. No way I can stop myself now. Nissan! I move. Stop, Nissan, it hurts! I keep moving. It's so soft inside her. It's warm and tight, and I feel like I could explode at any second. I hear Akiha, and I finally realize something. She has tears in her eyes. But I still can't stop. I thrust in harder. Then, Nissan... Akiha's back arches like a bow. She squeezes me so tight I can hardly move. I've reached my limit. As Akiha falls back on the futon, I know that I can't contain myself for even one more second. I quickly pull out from her spasming trap of Argalia. Splash! My seed splashes out. Instead of going inside of her, it sprays all over Akiha's gorgeous body. You're done already, man? Akiha's arching spine finally relaxes. How old is Akiha? If I tell you that, you might be like one of those people who's gonna complain. Probably. I mean, they're in high school. That's how you can tell. Like, 16 is the average. Might as well be, She slumps weakly on the futon. Her red hair spreads all over the tatami, looking like a fatally wounded but achingly beautiful animal. Though I'm not as bad as Akiha, I still have trouble getting my breath to calm. Akiha lies still on the futon, still flustered, with tears still glittering in her eyes. Okay, here's the thing. If we can get to 1600 by the end of this scene, if we can get to 1600 by the end of this scene, I will go through and I will do the Nobu form of all the other routes that we missed previously, that I didn't do the Nobu thing for very quickly. The power's in your court, everyone. I hope it's only the pain of losing her virginity. The tears are still there. Nissan, you did it outside! Akiha's voice and expression are dreamlike and hazy. Her body is covered in my essence. Akiha does not seem to care, making no move to clean herself as she lies on the futon. Akiha, does it still hurt? Yeah, a little, but I'm alright now. I see. Sorry. I told you I was going to be gentle, but you were just too cute. I just did it all for myself. Of course you did. No, it's alright. It did hurt, but I was more happy. Now, even if I have to die, I have no regrets. What are you saying? I told you I don't care which Akiha you are. I don't care if your hair stays red. If you want blood, I'll give you all you want. I want to be with you when you're in pain. Besides, I haven't had enough of you. I want to be with you more. So don't say things like that. Are we going to be together from now on? Nissan. Akiha doesn't say anything. For a while, only our heat passes between us. Nissan, can you do your cute little sister just one favor? Akiha speaks brightly. Yeah, okay, I'll do anything I can. Thank you, then please promise me this. If I ever turn into something else, please kill me with your own hands. Just like that. She says it like it's nothing. What? I can't speak. I don't see why she has to bring that up right now. What do you mean? Do you think I'd make that kind of promise? Yes, because you're the most important person in my life. It's natural to have the one that you love most next to you when you die, isn't it? Or are you planning to skip out on my funeral too, Nissan? But that's got nothing to do with what we're talking about. It's no different. Nissan, my hair might not go back, but that's not a big problem. What I'm afraid of is that I'll go insane like Shiki. Father became mentally ill at the age of 40, so if I live on, I might become like that too. That wouldn't happen, and even if it does, it's a long time from now. Besides, if it does happen, I'll... Thank you, but anybody with the Tono blood in their veins will die when this happens. When the Tono blood grows too strong, you kill yourself. That's how it's been all along. If you've completely changed, you can't go back unless you die. Everyone who has changed has gone insane. I wouldn't even know myself, and I'd cause pain to anything I laid my eyes on. What's scary about it is that you can't even kill yourself when you get like that. So Nissan, I have to ask the person I love the most. Because I trust you more than anyone. Because I only have you. I can only let, you take care of me. I don't want to cause suffering to someone I don't know while I'm out of my mind. If I did that, the old Akiha would be completely destroyed. Akiha, that's... So kill me. One day when I've completely changed, if you still love me, kill me for my sake, if no one else's. Before I do something I'd regret, so that I can stay myself even then. While I'm still just your sister. I grit my teeth. This is why she was crying? Not because she's happy about us being together right now, but because one day she knows that one day in the future, this happiness is going to be nothing but a memory? That's why she's crying. You. I feel anger welling up inside of me. How can she say things like that so easily? You idiot! Anger at the Tono blood for forcing such a fate on her. Why do you have to... Anger at myself for not promising her, even if it turned out to be a lie. This one doesn't even need censors. You can see that. Bleh. It's okay, Shiki gets anger boners. We already know this. But yes, if you want to see more of these little snippets like I've been doing for the previous H scenes, start doing some donating. Or go share it with somebody who you think would be interested in that. I kiss her hard. Our third kiss is not one of love. It's a wild kiss to quiet her down. Akiha, unlike the previous kiss, it is deep and passionate. Akiha is a bit hesitant at first, but finally extends her tongue, letting it brush against mine. Our tongues dance as our saliva mixes and flows together. The feeling of her snake-like tongue makes rational thought impossible. It feels like our tongues are melting into each other. Being with her feels so good that it even seems like my tongue is in my way. My skin, my mind, even the fact that I'm human gets on my nerves. Nissan! It must be the same for her as she swallows my saliva and replaces it with her own. Instead of melting into each other, we settle for exchanging saliva. Akiha sucks wildly on my lips. I breathe hard. Like Akiha's before, my head goes blank. Really, I'm furious about what she said. I let her mouth go. She takes a deep breath. Nissan, what is it? We were just talking. I don't want to talk anymore. I'm too mad right now. I lift her body off the futon. Nissan, what are you mad about? A lot of things, like your pessimistic attitude, not being able to laugh it off, everything. But what really pisses me off is that you were thinking about dying when I was trying so hard to please you. What? It wasn't that good for you after all, huh? I'm so mad I'm going to make you feel good. With that, I bury my face between her... her fail knot. We're back into Noble Phantasm territory. I don't know if she really liked it the last time, but I still put my mouth there and suck. Akiha jerks back. Nissan, I did feel good when... I rub around her waist. She averts her eyes from just that. Nissan, are we still going to do more? We are. I bet your body's used to it. You'll feel much better this time. I'm going to do it until you can't think about anything else. What do you mean, Nissan? Yeah, I'm mad. so I'm not gonna be gentle like last time. No, I mean, is it really going to feel better this time? She blushes in spite of what she's asking. Didn't it hurt last time? I thought you didn't want to do it again because it hurt you so much. Well, it did hurt, but it also felt good. I thought sex was supposed to be like that, but... Am I wrong? Her eyes ask. She's so cute, it makes me smile. It only hurts in the beginning. Then it just feels good. So if I do this... I raise one of her legs and put my hands on her hips. Then I pull her hips down on my lap. Nii-san! Akiha, I love you, I tell her. So I'll do anything you want me to, but lay off the crap you were talking about earlier. I want to be with you as long as I live. Come on. I'll make it feel so good you won't even think of something like that again. Nii-san! In this position, it's easy for me to put it into her. There's no reason for me to go easy on her now. Holding her tightly against my lap, I push further inside of her. Whatcha! Akiha arches back wildly. I don't put it in slowly like earlier. I just push it in as hard as I can. Nii-san, it hurts! Akiha put her arms around my shoulders. I ignore her complaints and pull out, but only far enough to ram myself back in. Jerking motion. I have no idea how to say that. Volkermord? Ferdak? Fuck, I can't say that. Frederak? Freuderak? Shit. No, my Antares snipe pushes easily into her... Matahari. This position reaches deep into her, making her shake all over. Nii-san, you lied! Akiha is panting so hard I can barely understand her. You said it wouldn't hurt anymore. She sounds a little upset. But she's hotter inside than ever before, and her juices are practically pouring onto the futon. I'm lying. So you're telling me it doesn't feel better than the last time? I push up again, as hard as I can. Her arms tighten around my shoulders. Once I'm all the way in, I stop moving so that she's not entirely out of it. She's breathing hard, just from having me in there. Nii-san, this position... Yeah, it's really embarrassing, isn't it? What do you think people would say if they saw you in a position like this? Akiha's face turns bright red. Nii-san! If you know I don't like it, please let me down! Akiha tries to pull away, but I have no intention of letting her go. Ferdrake? Gotcha. But I have no intention of letting her go. Akiha, I'm going to do it just like this. Hold on to me if you don't want to fall over. What? I grab her waist. With one hand, I raise her legs even higher. Her body arches back, but that only makes it easier for me to move. In this position, Akiha might be feeling good just for me putting it in. Akiha, that's the signal. I pull out, then go back in again. Nii-san, please stop! Akiha cries louder, but not loud enough to make me stop. Making a lot of noise, I keep thrusting. God, could you imagine this, like, with a bunch of, like, boomers in, Parliament or something freaking out over what the world is being exposed to? Akiha tightens around me. Nii-san, As I push up, I feel her heat. I can hear the wet sounds rising between us. Akiha leaks out. It hurts, but... Akiha's arms, her arms and insides clutch at me. I go in as far as I possibly can. Akiha's body jerks with every thrust. Nii-san, it's so good! From anger or joy, I'm not sure which, Akiha starts to cry. She's been crying this whole fucking time. It's really different. Akiha holds me tighter, moaning raggedly as I continue to move. Like Akiha, I can't keep myself from groaning with pleasure. Of course it's different this time. I'm going as hard as I can. She's different inside too. Akiha, I'm going to go harder! As I keep pushing in and out, I look for ways to make it better. It's already tight. Her Phoebus catastrophe sucks and pulls my... I ran out of them. Wabisuke. Seemingly trying to keep inside me. Or, sorry. Goes in and out. Sorry, it goes in and out of her, seemingly trying to... What? Oh, seemingly trying to keep me inside. There we go. Aha. There you go. Here's another sneak peek. Nissan, Every stroke feels better than the last. Her body is so hot my mind shorts out just from touching it. I wonder if it's as good for her as it is for me. Unconsciously, I caress her perfect Ascalon. It's actually pretty much what he said anyway. As my fingers roam over her firm skin, I tentatively ease her cheeks apart. Akiha jumps, not backward, but straight up. Nissan, not there! Slowly, I push my middle finger into her tight Rongo Miniad. Everything tightens up. Her clenching muscles feel as if they're trying to break my finger. No, Nissan, please stop! In spite of her words, Akiha's body is writhing with delight. Maybe it's because she's so wet, but her pain is entirely gone, leaving only pleasure behind. I keep moving my hips, on, in and out, as if this moment could keep going forever. Akiha's body shudders. Her arms wrap around me. Yeah, see ya, Archangel. Her hair tickles me everywhere it touches. Unable to resist, I bite down on one of her cute little Ars Almadel Solomoni. Nissan! The continual stimulation of my driving Predwin. Coupled with my attack on her Agrius Metamorphosis, seems to be too much for Akiha to take. With a weak moan, she lets go, and collapses onto the futon. Noba! Nyabu nyabu nyabu! Nyabu nyabu nyabu! I lay on top of her, following her down. So instead of having to push up, we've returned to the most basic of positions. I brace myself over her and keep moving. She isn't the only one out of control. I'm so driven by pleasure that I can't think of anything but coming. Akiha gets no respite from my frantic thrusting. Her eyes and lips are sticky with tears and saliva. Her arms wrap around my back. Honestly, I'm at my limit. Akiha, I'm going to... Akiha doesn't hear me. Her mind is on the constant, unyielding pleasure I'm giving her. You better finish her, though, dude. I put all my power into one final smash! Akiha's body arches back. I feel it. I'm really feeling it. Get stuck in, Shulk. I'm about to explode. I'm about to erupt, sending everything I'm shooting into Akiha. I try to pull out like I did earlier. Then... then a little bit of this. Akiha grabs hold of me. Please, stay like this, Akiha. Her arms wrap tightly around my back. I can't refuse. I'm gonna Enuma Elish, Akiha! Yes, inside me! I've passed the pinnacle, with an animalistic growl. I explode. Akiha shivers with each jet I shoot deep inside of her. Unconsciously, her arms tighten their hold on me. Completely spent, I practically fall on top of her. I can hear her panting in time with mine. Akiha. I hold her. We're both shuddering and coated in a film of sweat, but I don't care. Was it good this time? Akiha can only nod. With that, I really am drained. I fall onto the futon and close my eyes. It might be because I was moving non-stop since yesterday. I really am sleepy. Nissan! I hear Akiha's voice, but I don't have the energy to reply. Are you going to sleep? Hey, Nissan! I told you I don't have the energy to reply. Can't you just let me sleep, Akiha? Well, yeah, but can I sleep with you? I don't mind, but don't you want to wash up? I would think you'd want to take a shower or something. You want me to go wash myself? All right, I'll go. Wait here. This bathroom still works. Akiha's body moves away from mine, and I fall into a deep sleep. Nissan, please don't forget about our promise. I can hear a voice. There are worse things than death, so please keep our promise. I can hear a voice even though I'm asleep. I'm sorry I have to say this, but sometimes death is the only salvation. This must be a dream. Well, yeah, that's the end of the scene, so I guess I won't be going back and doing any of those CGs. You can still look them up on your own, I suppose. This must be a dream. I do not want to trust anyone else, so please don't forget, no matter what happens. What a bad dream. I'll never be able to forget it. If I could, I wish I could forget it. Sister slammer, brother banger, dun 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 dun. Nissan, wake up, Nissan. I hear Akiha's voice. Nissan, Nissan, you have to wake up. You can't be sleeping when the sun's about to set. Weird. I can hear Akiha's voice. Okay. Oh, it's like, oh, that's enough. How can you sleep How can you sleep so like that when I want you to wake up? Someone squeezes me. Instantly, I'm awake. Ow! I wake up to a sharp pain in my arm. Then... Oh, good morning, Akiha. Akiha looks mad, and I can tell she has something to say. From the shape of the red mark on my arm, the pain I felt earlier was her pinching me. Akiha, that really hurts. What did you do? Nothing. You wouldn't wake up, so I gave you a little pinch. You didn't have to do that. I would have woken up if you just said to. Akiha is staring at me in disbelief. Really, Hisui was right. You don't remember anything when someone tries to wake you up? What, did you try to wake me up just now, Akiha? Yeah, I called your name a bunch of times, and you don't even remember, do you? Yeah, I'm sorry, but I don't remember. I understand. Next time I'll get right to hitting you. If you don't want that to happen, try to wake up on time. I guess I left her alone too long while I was sleeping. Seeing how mad she is, I guess she's been up for more than an hour. Jeez, I can't help it. I was tired from everything that happened yesterday. I was attacked by you at school, and then when I came home, I had to fight Shiki. Then I had to look after you, and then, you know that. I should have been sleeping all day after all that. That? Nissan. Seeming to recall what we did, Akiha blushes. She is so cute. Seeing that blush makes me want to tease her even more. What? You were holding on so tight. Don't tell me you didn't like it. Well? She mumbles while looking down at the floor. It's alright. If you don't like it, I won't force you to do it. I guess we could just have a pure relationship from now on. Nissan, Well, I don't understand what you're trying to say. Crap. I can't hold a straight face. Just looking at her makes me want to burst out laughing. But it's not like I dislike it, but... Oh, I see. So you don't really like it then? Okay, I'll restrain myself from now on. Oh, but I guess I do like it, but... Akiha looks away as she answers. I see, but you keep saying but. I can't help it. I couldn't think back then. I couldn't really tell if it was good or bad. Alright, then let's do it again to find out for sure. I want to take off all your clothes myself this time. Oh. Akiha stares at me with her cheeks blazing. After she stares at me for a second, she purses her lips and shakes her head. Nissan, please put your clothes on. It's almost sunset and we have to go back to the mansion. It doesn't matter. This is part of the mansion. I want to stay here with you all day. Or don't you like that idea? No, I feel the same way, but I was thinking that it hurts here and I want to do it on a real bed. Even though her voice is a bit angry, what she's saying is so cute. It makes me want to have her even more. Alright, fine. To be honest, I was thinking when I was watching you recover that I wanted to sleep in that bed with you. Akiha nods. Aww. Let's hurry up. Let me get my clothes on and we'll go back to the mansion. And then all the servants can hear us, moaning from the hallways. We leave the detached building and make our way into the garden. Like Akiha said, the sun is setting and the garden is filled with red. Hey Akiha, what do you think Kohaku-san is doing? Well... Kohaku might have figured it out. She's usually a little oblivious, but sometimes she's really cunning. It doesn't feel like I did anything wrong, but still, talking about this feels a bit awkward. Knowing Kohaku-san, she might actually be happy and congratulate us, but I have no idea how Hisui will react. Huh? Just slightly, I feel a headache. I stop. Akiha keeps walking. Akiha, hold on a sec. I call out to her. She turns around. There's no way we were going to get 2 scenes like that in a row, so... That face. Before I can stop myself, I fall to the ground. Nissan! Akiha runs toward me. But she never makes it, because she's stopped by him. Shiki! You! How dare you do that to Nissan! Akiha lashes out, but she can't break his hold. That guy, Shiki, grabs Akiha's neck and starts to squeeze. After several frantic seconds, Akiha's head nods forward. Shiki holds her unconscious body and looks down at me contemptuously. You did it. You really took everything from me. I wanted to defile my sister. My real sister. Yar, 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 yar. Okay, dude. If curses were real, they would probably sound just like that. Shiki looks down at me, his teeth gritting. I can't move. My energy seems to be escaping through my back. There's only a little pain. Pain in the certainty that I might die here. I can feel my shirt slowly being soaked with my own blood. In my back, a knife is planted like some kind of alien wing. Shiki... Don't misunderstand, Shiki. Akiha doesn't really love you. She loves her brother. Yeah, for that I may have to thank you. Isn't that right, Akiha? Please forgive me for being such a weakling. I never realized how much you loved me. If I was smarter, you wouldn't have had your priority taken away by such a pathetic loser. Shiki puts his face near Akiha. Since he's unconscious, she can't resist. Yes, it doesn't matter if we're brother and sister. I love you more than anything. Shiki walks toward me, still holding on to Akiha. This time I'll make sure to kill you so you won't come back, Shiki. Akiha has the strain over her body because she's keeping you alive. Strain on her body? Oh? You didn't know? Akiha kept you alive back then by giving you half of her life force. Haven't you ever wondered about it? No human can survive with a hole that big in their chest. 8 years ago that day, Akiha regenerated by giving you half of her life. She's supplementing the life I took away from you with part of her own. There's no way you could have survived if it weren't for that. Sharing her life? That's why Akiha can't manage her own body? She suffered all this time for you. Oh wait, whoops, he's talking, sorry. She suffered all this time for you. As long as you live, she'll keep on suffering. I will alleviate that suffering now. Shiki walks toward me. My body will not move. I can feel myself starting to black out. Half of her life. I hear the sound of a sword sticking into the ground. Shiki screams. The reason for Akiha's spasms in the old man's diary. Tono-kun, I'll treat you right away. Hold on. This body that should have died. Someone lifts me up and takes me somewhere. But I don't care about what's happening right now. What an ugly truth to have to face. It turns out that I was the reason Akiha has been suffering all this time. No skippy. No skipping here.
Finale! We're on the final day!
I had a dream. No, it was a dream which wasn't mine. That day, the girl that clung to me crying and who shared with me her life. It was her dream that I had. We live alone and we die alone, Akiha. Those were the first words Father taught me. I did not know what the words meant, but I remember feeling uneasy, looking at Father's inorganic eyes as he said those words. He was a very lonely person, and I knew that I would be like him someday. Born into the Tono family, I had an older brother, but I could not get along with him. My parents told me he was my brother, but he seemed like someone else. Having the Tono blood means having the blood of non-humans. That might be why he looked different to me, but for me, he did not appear like that either. I could not truly accept my brother. And when I turned 6, a strange boy joined our life as another brother. At first, I did not like the boy's name, as it sounded exactly like my brother's. The boy was a few years younger than my brother, but he was mature and kind to everybody. Even though I was restricted by my family's creed, the boy took me around to play like it was completely normal. As I followed him silently, I started to take interest in my new brother. He was loud, unsettling, and a bit rough, but somehow I knew this person would protect me no matter what. As a daughter of the Tono family, I lived separately from my brother and the boy. Father says I'm not able to live a normal life due to the special blood of the Tono family. I managed to endure strict studies by accepting my fate. Father's not doing this because he doesn't like me. I tell myself that he scolds me really, really harshly only because he loves me. My mind is getting worn out. The mind I had was cut down as it started to become smaller and smaller. But I felt that I could endure it, because I have a bit of free time I can use to play outside with everyone after my studies. The three of us started to play together. My brother and the boy got along very well. I usually followed them silently. My brother seems to know that the boy was different from us. I also know that time flies by when I play around with normal people like them. Since I knew, I wanted to value this time. Wishing that when I mature and become alone in this prison-like mansion, I would not be lonely and refrain from crying because I have these happy memories. The memories were numerous. There were really special times within the special days I had. There was the night I went far away with the boy. On a dark night, the two of us in the field, surrounded by trees. It was really a dreamlike experience for me. Every day was warm like a parade, but it all ended abruptly. A hot summer day, I saw my brother in the courtyard and walked toward him. He was panting painfully as he was crouching on the ground. I had a really bad feeling about it. I could hear the cicadas on the ground and seemed to tilt. Feeling myself starting to get dizzy, I called out to my brother. The brother that turned around was not my brother. I couldn't do anything. All I could do was watch my brother turn into an ugly beast. The thought that I would turn into something like him in the future caused me to freeze in place. The bloodthirsty beast attacked me. I could not run away. At that moment, someone pulled on my hand. The boy was there when I turned around. He pulled my hand and ran. Is he not scared? The boy stood in front of that ugly beast as if to protect me. But the beast was only watching me. The beast that attacked me, and the boy that came in between us. I remember the moment warm blood splashed onto my cheeks. The boy embraced me and protected his sister from the beast. Even though his body had a hole and was bleeding seriously, he still embraced me. He protected my small body and did not let go. When I looked up, he was crying. The tears looked like they were from regret and not pain. "I'm sorry," said the boy. Before he died, he embraced me, hoping his dead body would still protect me. The boy continues to apologize. If I was part of your real family, I could probably have protected you. It's so frustrating. I couldn't be your real brother. I swore you would be more important to me than anyone else. He died whispering that confession. The boy wished for my safety, even after he died, and tried to be a big brother more than my real brother. Those words were enough. I cannot wish for anything more. I understood. I cried knowing that this person will never betray me. Even though I was imprudent, I embraced him back and cried from happiness. I was happy that I could think that this was the only person for me I was happy that I could think this was the only person for me, no matter what happened. I do not know what happened after that. When I came to, the only memory I had was of the body of the beast getting dragged somewhere, and the body of the small boy being carried into the mansion. And my father told me. He said the adopted son died in that accident, and that my real brother was the one who survived. I knew that was for appearances for the outside world, but I didn't care. He was alive. I cannot possibly wish for more. Even if the boy becomes my true brother in name, even if the boy himself thinks that way, I told myself that it would be fine as long as I could stay beside him as his sister. 8 years have passed and our father died. I ascended to the full power of the Tono house, and I decided to bring him back to the mansion, ignoring the surrounding opposition. There's no freedom for me as the successor, but I might be able to act selfishly at least once. Then, I would like to use that one wish for my love that will never be mentioned. That was good enough for me. I have taken away everything from him, so I cannot wish for more. Back then, the kind of happiness I had while watching the stars together would never happen again, but as long as he is here, I do not care. If Nissan would come back, on a dark night, the two of us in the field surrounded by trees. What a happy and selfish dream. Pain. I wake to the pain in my chest. An unfamiliar room. I was lying in a bed with my upper body bare. Instead of my clothes, white bandages are wrapped all around my chest. My memory's messed up. What's happening? What's going on right now? Everything jumbles together and I can't sort things out. The only certain thing is this pain in my chest. The wound on my chest. I was stabbed by someone from behind. By who? I don't even have to think about it. I was just stabbed by Shiki and Akiha. Akiha! I get up from the bed. My body suddenly stops. The wound on my chest hurts and my entire body tenses. Yeah, this is CL's room. Even breathing is painful. I can't stand up like this. Oh, you woke up, Tono-kun? I'm surprised. It's not a wound you would wake up so early from. What? Senpai? Yes, it's me. Also, this is my room, so you can relax. Even if that vampire is after you, he won't likely come here. It's you, Senpai. Weren't you never going to appear in front of me? That was the plan, but I had to help you in a situation like that. Saying that, Senpai walks toward the bed. See, the wound is open because you tried to move. I'll change the bandages for you. Senpai skillfully takes off the bandages on my body and replaces them with new ones. They are rather tight. Senpai, I feel bad mentioning this because you're helping me, but it's too tight. Yes, I'm making it so tight you can move around and still be alright. Could you be quiet for a while? Oh, I'm sorry. I apologize and look around the room. This seems to be CL Senpai's room. I guess I was stabbed by Shiki and rescued by Senpai afterwards. But then, what happened to Akiha? Senpai, Akiha. Where is Akiha? Senpai's hands freeze. Senpai. The circumstances dictated that I could only rescue one person. I could not escape from that vampire carrying 2 people. So I gave priority to rescue you since you had a greater chance of recovery. Akiha. Are you saying you deserted Akiha, Senpai? Yes. Her life cannot be saved anyway. I cannot endanger your life to save hers if that is the case. What? What is this person saying? Why? Why did you save me? Aren't you supposed to kill vampires? Then you should have forgot about me and killed Shiki right there. I had that choice, but you probably would have died. Your wound was deep enough that you would have died unless I treated you quickly. I wasn't sure if I could kill that vampire quickly, so I made the most certain decision and ran away with you. So you deserted Akiha? That's unwanted help right there. I bet Akiha would have been saved if you left me and killed Shiki. I won't deny that, but Tono-kun, Akiha-san is not dead. That vampire's purpose is to make her more like him. Akiha will not be killed. You were the only person that was going to be killed. Don't you understand that, Tono-kun? I can't say anything. Senpai's right. What am I doing, throwing my powerlessness at her? I'm sorry, but I can't believe that guy wouldn't kill Akiha. He's a killer. I know that more than anyone else. Tono-kun, Akiha-san will not be killed, but please give up on her. She won't be able to turn back. I know that, but that's just her hair. Akiha's not like Shiki. No, Tono-kun. That vampire's purpose is to obtain Akiha-san. Tono-shiki, Akiha-san's real brother is not human anymore. So what he wants is someone like him. You understand, Tono-kun. That vampire does not want Akiha-sama as a human. Akiha-san as a human. That's why he attacked Akiha-san last night. But he didn't kill her. I don't know how, but Tono-shiki must have found a way to awaken the non-human blood in the Tonos. Now that she mentions it, I remember. Ever since that guy knocked Akiha unconscious, her hair has been red without turning back. Senpai, how do you know so much? I made you talk when you were asleep. I'll apologize for making you talk without asking, but consider it compensation for getting rescued. I don't care about that. There's no point in her apologizing. Instead, I have to go to Akiha. I get up from the bed. Pain. Pain like I'm being gouged with a knife all over my body. But I can still move. If I can move, I can sit still. Senpai, you have my knife, right? Can you give it back to me? Are you going back to the mansion, Tono-kun? I don't have to answer. Senpai holds the knife in her hands and stands in front of me. That vampire and Akiha-san are still at the mansion. But it has been over 6 hours since then. It's probably too late by now. I said it doesn't matter, Senpai. I don't care what Akiha is like. I've decided I'm going to be with her. A long time ago, I swore that I would be her real brother. Like real family. I say that and I feel like crying. It happened a long time ago. A promise I myself had forgotten. The family which did not act like a family. But still, I worked hard to become a family member. Only her. She cared for me more than the rest of her family. I knew it was a lie from the beginning, but we tried to protect that lie. Really, I wish I never knew. What a fragile and faraway dream it was. Tono-kun, it might be true that you'll be able to accept Akiha-san no matter what she turns into. But that's just your selfish interpretation. Akiha-san herself will not allow her own existence. Akiha herself will not allow her own existence? Someone said something like that before. Listen to me, Tono-kun. Akiha-san will lose her mind when she becomes one of the Tono. Her reason that lost to her instinct will go away, and she will repeat senseless murders like Tono-shiki. Murders that she doesn't want, and Akiha-san herself cannot tell she's doing it. There is no Akiha-san in her anymore. All that remains is the action called murder. Do you understand, Tono-kun? It's not the type of people who are killed by her that hate her the most. She herself hates herself the most. But she doesn't have any emotion to feel that. Unless she dies. To calm down her awakened body, you must reset everything. But to reset everything means to kill her. If she is changed, the old Akiha-san isn't there anymore. By dying, Akiha-san can return to her original self. Now I remember. It was Akiha herself that said that. Please kill me. She said that while crying. I could not say anything. I thought my blood would boil. Sorry. Ugh. I know it's painful, but please give up. How selfish! I grab Senpai's collar and push her into the wall. This anger is not directed at her, but she couldn't talk about Akiha like that lightly. Are you telling me to kill Akiha? Yes. If Akiha-san wishes so, I'll let you take that role. Don't joke around. I can't kill her. Good night. Senpai told me not to kill no matter what. Tono-kun. Her emotionless face starts to collapse. I know that Senpai isn't saying this because she wants to. Tono-kun, there are some things more painful than death, and Akiha-san knows that. And if she's already changed, she's no longer human. You cannot call something that cannot think for itself human, although you might be able to call it alive. Saying that, Senpai hands the knife to me. Tono-kun, vampire hunting is my job. I'll take care of that vampire, so... No. I'm sorry, but you stay here, Senpai. Huh? Tono-kun? Him and I go way back. It's our problem, honestly. I don't want you involved in this. But if something does happen to me, I'll let you handle it. I know it does sound a bit selfish, but would that be alright, CL-senpai? Senpai narrows her eyes. Transient eyes, like she's watching an illusion. Alright. It does sound a bit selfish, but I'll let you handle it. But I don't understand. Why are you willing to do such a thing? You're not even a member of the Tono family. Why? Why? I know why. You said it already. I, Tonoshiki, value Akiha more than myself. But I couldn't love her as much as she wanted, so I have to go. All this time, Akiha has suffered by herself. Compared to that, this pain is nothing. I'm going now. Thanks for everything and goodbye, Senpai. I endure the pain as I start to walk. Yes, goodbye, Tono-kun. I hear Senpai say that to me. I reach the mansion. I have a headache. My vision's blurry like everything was shrouded in mist. My vision is distorted. I can't breathe properly. Just breathing makes me dizzy. Each step I take feels like 100 meters. My body, it's so exhausted I'm practically numb. I drag my legs. My body has reached its limit and doesn't move like I want it to. My mind thinks negatively, telling me I can't do anything with my body, or with such a body. Excuse me. But my burning blood denies all those ideas. Yep. Not sure why that song stuck in my head, but... My loud heartbeat. Only my pulse is high. Under the moon, my concentration is sharpened. I just came here naturally. There's no mistake. My heart beats loudly. My throat burns. My body's exhausted and uses all of its energy to stay alive. It's suicidal to fight like this, but I feel no fear. My fingers are paralyzed by the weight of my knife. My nerves feel frayed. What a familiar sensation. I remember this feeling. I felt it so many times already. The feeling he had when he killed in the dream. And a long time ago, I think I had this feeling too. May have watched too much James Bond. More like played too much GoldenEye as a kid. I won't last long. I head into the detached building. Strangely enough, I did not feel anything when I saw it. Shiki, it's you. Hey! Hello from Twitter. Shiki gets up slowly. There's only 2 people there. One is a vampire called Shiki. Another is a red-haired girl. Welcome, Shiki. I thought you wouldn't make it. My mind does not feel anything. Akiha is there behind Shiki. Her eyes look dead as she rests on the wall. Maybe Shiki put it on, but she's wearing a kimono. That thing. Akiha is like a mindless doll. I let out a big breath. I don't feel anything. It's like I've turned into a doll like Akiha, feeling nothing. But you're too late. I've got Akiha back. Shiki walks toward me. Shiki, what do you want to do? I ask him as I raise my knife. 3, 2, 1, let's jam. Beats me. I don't even know. My purpose as Shiki is to get Akiha. I have no intention of sucking any of the lowlife's blood. I see, but for that, you were pretty random back then. Yes, you're so right. But it can't be helped. That wasn't my intent. It tells me, Shiki, to kill, deprive, and destroy all. I'm just following that. Because someone was talking about Bebop. Sometimes what was that, like, my ship works when I kick it. I love a woman who can kick my ass. That's awful. I don't remember much, but you weren't like that before, Shiki. Yeah, I went crazy from that day 8 years ago. There's a weird guy in my head and he tells me to kill everything. Saying that, Shiki laughs. He keeps on laughing, like wheels turning indefinitely. There, I can't find one bit of humanity. This is my last question. Aren't you feeling any pain? Pain? No way. I'm perfect. I love myself for doing this. Well, I could say I was bored, but I've already solved that. Until now, my only fun was to eat those lowlives. But that's over since Akiha's back. Now I have no time to play with those toys. Shiki sounds satisfied. It was a useless thing to ask. Trumpet requests? I'll take trumpet requests for donations, assuming I actually know the song. I will sell myself out for the sake of waifu for laifu. But I still wanted to ask, if this guy had the pain Yumizuka had, the pain as a human having to suck blood despite not wanting to, then you're not human anymore. My words are menacing. Shiki stops moving. I don't get it. I don't get why you came here to get killed, and I don't get that question you asked. Shiki, what did you come here for? To kill you and to retrieve Akiha. As those words leave my mouth, all the blood in my body accelerates. Huh. Are you sane, Shiki? Are you saying a normal person like you can kill me? There's no reason for me to answer. I narrow my gaze and look at his lines. Don't be full of yourself. This is mine. I won't give it to you. Maybe he felt something. Shiki backs up as if scared. Akiha is my sister. Only I should fuck her. I am the only one with a blood relationship. There's no place for you. He looks at me with bloodshot eyes. There's nothing more to say to him. I raise my knife and take a step. You're right, Shiki. Akiha is not my sister. What? Akiha is my woman. You! I take another step. Anonymous donated $5! Woo! Thank you so much. Losing himself at my words, Shiki attacks me straight on. There are no normal people in the Nasuverse? That becomes the signal for our last death match. I can't take much time. My body's at its limit, and I want to get Akiha out of here as fast as I can. So there's only one thing to do. I have to dodge Shiki's arm and cut across the line on his chest. My body will be able to move this once. I will be able to avoid it. He attacks me. Shiki's range and my range are about the same. We try to kill each other fairly in our range. No, that was just my illusion. Ha! Shiki lets out a funny scream as he swings it. I stop it with my knife. There's no time to think about other things. The knife and whatever Shiki's holding clang together with a high-pitched shriek. Damn, I thought I'd cut you in half along with your knife, but that thing's pretty damn strong for an antique, Shiki. Shiki swings it above his head. My whole body shakes. What Shiki is holding is a thing like a sword that must be 10 times longer than my knife. I don't understand. He was certainly barehanded up until now. When did he get that? But there won't be a second time. The red sword swings down. Even if he swings it, it's only going to get stuck in the walls of the ceiling due to its length. I avoid it instantly. The red sword Shiki was holding came down without getting stuck anywhere. The sword was indeed in the ceiling, but it came arcing like a hot knife through warm butter. Somewhere, the sound of dripping blood. Persistent. Shiki holds up his sword once again. My mind stops. In my vision is Shiki and Akiha, sitting at the back of the room. Akiha blankly stares at me and Shiki. She sits there like a doll. Akiha. I can't leave Akiha here. But right now, I bite my tongue and get away. Run away! Run away! I go through the shoji door, which leads out to the garden. If that sword does not hit the walls, then I'm at a disadvantage inside. Outside the forest. In this dark night in these woods, there should be some advantage for me. I suddenly feel dizzy. My feet stumble as I almost fall. The wound in my back reopens and blood pours forth. No time for that. I let out a breath. Stumbling, I lean against a tree. I can't pass out here. I hear the sound of someone moving through grass. Shiki is definitely after me. Then, just a little more. I need to go at least to some place where I can hide and attack him from behind. Then something like a sword sticks into the tree I'm leaning on. I jump sideways. Twice. The sword that comes flying pierces through the tree easily. My body moved before I thought about it. I hide my body from tree to tree. The swords are following close behind. Is there no end to this? His swords are thrown one after another like bullets. Hi, Ari-chan. What you doing?
I'm gonna go take the doggy outside.
Cool. Enjoy the freezing snow.
We're gonna go play in the freezing snow.
There's no end. As I run away, he increases the amount of swords he throws at me. The dark forest is full of pierced trees, looking like some sort of foreign execution site. Yeah, it's snowy where I'm at. I don't like it, but my dog loves it. She loves chasing snow. Huh? Are you done running away now, Shiki? Don't tell me you think you can kill me here. I hear his voice. But he does not throw his sword. As I can't see him, maybe he can see me. As I can't see him, maybe he can't see me. Nah, no way. Ah! I straighten out and lean on a big tree. His sword shouldn't pierce through a tree this big. Hey man, where's all the talk you gave me earlier? If you're going to kill me, it's no fun unless you try. The voice echoes as I still cannot tell where he is. I close my eyes and try to make my hearing more sensitive. Oh yeah? The origin of Gil's NP? I don't know about that. I can't hear his breathing or feel his presence. Of course. I don't have beast-like senses like he does. I hear a dripping noise. What is it? I don't think there's any water around here. Geez, you are a big chicken. All right. If that's all you're going to do, I'll make this interesting for you. You can hide here all you want. I can hear his voice, but I still can't tell where he is. Let's see. If that's the case, I'll have to make this a bit interesting. It's no fun just to kill you. It's easier to skewer you right now, but I bet Akiha won't be happy about that. That dripping sound. It's closer this time. The sound is from the tree right in front of me. When I look, I see it's the sound of liquid dripping down from the sword that pierced the tree. Yes, I should crush your hands and feet and make you a toy for Akiha. Akiha likes to play with dolls, and it would suit her. It doesn't seem to be sap. Some kind of liquid is dripping down from that thin sword. When I look at it harder, it's more like ice melting into water. Oh yeah, I haven't told you this yet, but Akiha right now is a bit out of my hands. I guess I was too happy and overdid it. It's good she's back, but it's a problem when she bites anyone she sees, right? The liquid drips down. The red sword is more like a blade itself than a sword. A simple weapon, just like a blade. This is the weapon Shiki was throwing. A red, thin, long blade. But why is that dripping red liquid? Red. I see. I'll pass on making you Akiha's toy. I'm sure it'll be a great present if I give her... I'm sure it'll be a great present if I give you to her with tons of swords sticking in you. But I think Akiha will bite on you before she plays with you. I can't let Akiha eat such a poor meal. There was one H scene so far in this video that you may have missed. Shut up. Red. That person. Red. There's something important. Red. I have to realize it. Wait a minute. Yeah, that's a good idea. To let Akiha be a cannibal just like me. Blood. I see blood. It's blood. That's blood. That's why there's so many swords around here. There are hundreds of swords stuck in trees. Disjointed hands and feet scattered around. Dark night. Glass moon. The bloody forest. No, I did not read that yet. Yes. That's good. It'd be excellent if you were her first meal. I've made up my mind, yes. Now I have to get Akiha to be like me as soon as possible. The dripping sound. The sound of new blood dripping. Bye, Shiki. I must say we were quite close, but I'm done playing around. That lets me know where he is. I get away from the tree I'm leaning on. I turn around and cut its lines. Sliding, the large tree falls to the ground. What? I hear the voice from above. In a word, he was saying such tasteless things right above me until now. You! Shiki comes falling down. In his hands is the red swords made of blood. But before he could swing it, my knife cuts through his arm. Splattering blood, Shiki's arm falls to the ground. The blood pouring out of his sliced arm makes a black stain on the ground. That's the same for me as I'm below him. Red blood, like human blood, splashes on my chest. Shiki falls to the ground and jumps back like a monkey. Shiki looks at me. Oh, I guess you can do it if you try. I'm relieved, Shiki. It's unlike you to be killed so easily like that. I try to say something and I stop. I have no room for that. Kill, 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 kill. If you have energy to move your mouth, use it to eliminate that creature. My body takes over my mind. Hey, why aren't you saying anything? Damn, don't act like you're the good guy. You're more like a monster than I am. I grip my knife as I walk toward Shiki. You don't even want to talk to me, huh? I feel the same way, too. I don't want to talk to you, either. I may be a cannibal, but I'm not a machine like you. I walk through the grass. All right. I still have a mind that lets me choose. I know what I'm doing is considered evil for you guys, but we do know it. But we do it knowing that. But what are you, being controlled by your blood? I'm asking, what are you truly trying to kill without any will of your own, Nanaya Shiki? I walk. To kill him. Shit. Do you know how you look right now? You're not a living thing. You're like a machine, a doll that kills anything non-human. I see. It was only right that the old man exterminated the Nanaya. Because you're all emotionless killers. The last step. With this, I'll be able to kill this monster. See, that's the kind of creature you are, Shiki. If you're fighting anyone not human, all you do is kill them no matter how much they look human. Then are you going to kill Akiha too after you kill me? What in the world? I would never. Can you say that you won't? I'll tell you, but Akiha is more like a monster than I am. With her in front of you, there's no way you'll be able to hold down your impulse. See, if you have any reasoning left in you as Tonoshiki and not Shiki Nanaya, you should understand. You are going to be killed by me. That is its best. That it's best if you kill yourself. He disappears. No, he ran away. I can hear the sound of the grass as he runs. He's running into the forest. I let him get away. I could have definitely killed him, but I let him get away. Yeah, Shiki, you dumbass. Why? Part of me is angry. Part of me thinks it was a good thing. I can't let him get away. Sorry. There's a trail of blood on the grass. I cut off one of his arms. His trail of blood will tell me exactly where he went. But if I don't hurry, I might lose him. We need to calm the fuck down. Oh wait, whoops. Fuckity fucker. Shit. God damn it. Okay, I screwed up. I accidentally skipped it. Let's reload. I told him to calm the fuck down, but I didn't. Whoopsie! Let me just speed up to where we were before. There we go. Sorry about that. I let out a deep breath. Calming down, I managed to restore control over my breathing. My view, painted in red, now returns to normal. One more calming breath. I won't believe what Shiki says. I would never kill Akiha, and there's no way I would kill someone simply because they weren't human. It's different. It's different from back then. I'm different from Shiki. I can control my actions through my own willpower. It's just... the smell of blood is so strong. It makes me remember the past, and that scares me. My right hand is still holding the knife. With my bare left hand, I wipe the blood off my chest. With that, the smell of blood goes away a bit. Shiki. In the darkness, the trail of blood seems to light the way. I take another deep breath, then I go after Shiki. This is the last stop. Is this just a coincidence, or is it on purpose? 8 years ago, we fought to the death once more at a place where Shiki almost killed me. You did come after me. Shiki sitting down at the very edge of the clearing. Even that's the same as back then. I hold onto my knife and walk towards him. I feel something slimy under my feet. Shiki's blood is not stopped. All the flowing blood is from him. His blood makes noise as I step toward him. It's amazing he's alive after losing this much blood. It's like a giant puddle on the ground. But I'm also at my limit. I'll be at a disadvantage if I wait any longer. This is the only chance to kill him with him wounded. I step forward. Wait! There's something I haven't told you yet. Can you wait there a bit, Shiki? Don't look at me like that. This should benefit you too, because it's about Akiha. There might be a way to turn her back. What? At that moment, my still functioning reason stops my feet. But my body is telling me to go on and kill him right now. Okay, so we have to listen to what he has to say. What girl show up in your room? Nah, girl? I stop walking. I stare at the crouching Shiki as I stand over the slimy ground. Shiki is laughing loudly. I know, if I stop now, he will recover from his wounds. I know I've thrown away my last chance, but still, if there's a way to get Akiha back, I have to hear it. Really? What? I can't hear you. Is it for real, Shiki? Yeah, I talk a lot, but it's against my policy to ever lie. So I'll tell you if you stay there a little longer, and depending on your attitude, I could also go ahead and save Akiha myself. Save Akiha? Is it that I felt something bad in those words? My body shakes and I almost fall. The ground is slippery because it's slimy. Slippery? Wait. I'm now... Well, you should know how to save her. She has no power to live as a human, so she has to live as a Tono. And since she's using the power of the Tono blood, she became one of the Tono blood, rather than someone of human blood. His weapon made out of red blood. So if you reset things back to the state where she can live as a human, she doesn't have to rely on the Tono blood. See? Isn't it easy? If you want to save Akiha, all you have to do is eliminate the cause for her current state. I'm standing in the puddle of blood. So all I want to say is, everything will be fine if you So all I want to say is, everything will be fine if you just die! At the same time, I jumped to the side with all my power. Fucha! It really was a matter of a split second. The blood that was flowing from Shiki's body All of it returns into a mountain of needles. How could I be so careless? If that red sword was made of his blood, then it would be easy for him to make his flowing blood Then it would be easy for him to make his flowing blood into swords as well. Grunting with exertion, I jump from the puddle of blood and roll onto the ground. But I couldn't get away unscathed. My left arm is useless now. My left arm wasn't stabbed, but cut from the inside out. In other words, the blood I wiped off with this new arm cut through me like an exploding firework. I roll on the ground and fight the pain. I still got lucky. If I hadn't have wiped that blood off my chest, I would have grown swords out of my back and died instantly. Shit. I hear a voice. The sound of Shiki running toward me through the grass accompanies it. You don't know when to stay down. You should have died with that. He's coming. I cannot fight back since I'm on the ground. He's coming. He sticks out his arm with sharp nails and approaches, trying to dig my heart out. It's like a circus. Dark forest. I get excited thinking about when that curtain will rise. The faraway sounds of cicadas. Blue sky and high, high summer clouds. And then, I'll be killed again in the forest? That pisses me off. Again. Again and again being killed in the same way. Wake up, Tonoshiki. Enough of that. Aren't you tired of seeing that over and over? What? The voice comes from Shiki. Shiki's arm is not in my chest, but on the ground. It's nothing, really. My body has learned to react after having been killed so many times in the same way. Tonoshiki simply avoided the enemy's arm and then cut across the line on the enemy's torso. Are you kidding me? With a sound, Shiki's body slides to one side. Shiki desperately supports it as he gets away. Why? Hey, Shiki, this is wrong. This cut. Why won't it stick back? With a cramped smile on his face, Shiki staggers back. His upper body and lower body slowly separate. Shiki looks like a circus clown trying to desperately hold on to his body. Ouch! It hurts. I don't like it. I'm going to pass out. I can't stop bleeding. My body is separating. It hurts. It hurts. It hurts. It hurts. It hurts. It hurts. Saying that, Shiki falls to the ground. His legs are still standing. Only his upper body falls to the ground like some kind of joke. He's still alive. He's still alive after becoming like a weird spider with only his upper body left. I push my body and manage to stand up. He's still alive. Then I have to kill him. I kneel down in front of that thing that's dragging itself with its right hand. I raise my knife. Now all I have to do is drop it. If I drop my knife in the center of his body, in the point next to his heart, everything will end. Will end everything. A stupid story that's continued for 8 years will end just like that. Yeah! Shiki's voice resists death. It's not like I feel sorry for him. It's not that I got scared of killing him. It's not that my anger has gone away, but why? Why? Why can't I do something so easy as bringing down this knife? Laughing, that thing disappears into the bushes! I look with a blank stare at my bloody knife. I didn't kill him. Or was it that I couldn't kill him? I could hear the annoying laughter. It seems like he's going toward the detached building where Akiha is left. I get up. How stupid of me! I should have known that he would have gone to Akiha. I start to move my weak legs and head for the detached building. Dum, Shiki, dum, 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 dum. The trail of blood goes straight to the detached building. Around the red trail are remnants of organ-like pieces. With an injury like that, Shiki would have died anyway without me finishing him off back there. But he's using the last of his energy to get to Akiha. I support my weak body and run. I reach the detached building after following the red trail of blood. The blood goes directly into the building. I made it in time. Nothing is different inside the room. Akiha sits by the wall with a blank stare. On the tatami floor is a trail of blood, and there, crawling, a man with only his upper body dragging himself desperately on the ground. Akiha! Dragging on, leaving a trail like a slug, Shiki crawls toward Akiha by the wall. Help me, Akiha! Shiki reaches his hand out, asking for help. His bloody fingers reach out to Akiha. I won't let him. I have to get over there and finish him off. What? That exclamation of surprise comes from both me and Shiki. Innocent laughter. Shiki screams as his heart is ripped out. Childlike laughter. Shiki scream. Blood sputters all over. Waves of red blood color the tatami floor and the walls. Laughter of unbearable happiness. Stop, Akiha! Shiki's scream ends there. It's because his throat, the organ allowing him to talk, is crushed, and he was torn away along with his head from his body. Akiha does not react to my voice. She probably doesn't even know that's her name. Akiha waves her red hair and laughs like a little girl. Akiha, there's no answer. That's all I can say to her. She's lost her mind. Giggling. The sound of Akiha's laughter echoes in the room. She was fiddling with the body of Shiki, but she seems to have gotten bored with her toy, which didn't move anymore. After looking around the room, she rips through the shoji and runs outside. Her hands are still drenched in blood. What? I can't tell her to wait. I know that everything is too late. That childlike Akiha, she is now an innocent creature, not knowing good or evil. Just a living creature that can only kill. Please, kill me. So, to go after Akiha right now means I'm going to kill her. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. We've got to chase after the Akiha. We must do it. We must do it. We're so fucking close. I cannot come up with an answer. But I do know that I can't leave Akiha alone. I kill the flood of emotions. Without thinking, I go after her. To my surprise, Akiha is not gone beyond the mansion. Under the moonlight. Under the autumn leaf tree we once talked under. Akiha just stands there. She's standing quietly, not doing anything. Like a child, she innocently stares at the falling autumn leaves. What could I do about it? No reason, no intelligence. A girl that's just there. There's no crime. Akiha's not the one to blame. Please kill me. I recall those words. Please kill me with your hands. What a cruel wish. She could only ask for that. She couldn't even ask for help. If you asked, I would have been on your side until the very last moment, even if the whole world was against me. Please keep our promise. What severe treatment. I did leave her for 8 years, but I never thought I'd be retaliated against in such a way. Akiha said, not knowing who you are and going around killing people out of instinct is more frightening than death. Senpai said, if you become something that just kills because of instinct, sometimes death is the only salvation. I grip my knife. Surprisingly, I feel no sadness. It's like my mind has gone empty. I don't want to feel any emotions. Akiha. I step on the dead autumn leaves as I walk toward her. Akiha notices me and greets me with a smile. At least, I grip hard onto my knife. Akiha laughs. She laughs happily as she greeted that person that will kill her. My mind weakens, but I have started walking. Death can be salvation. I walk. Akiha does not run away, but waits for me happily. Please kill me. The autumn leaves fall. That was your last wish. Akiha is laughing. There is no more distance to cross. Now all I have to do is stick out this arm. No matter how painful it is for me, I have to kill you. Saying that, my eyes suddenly overflow with tears. Okay. I can't do that. We can't kill her, she's too cute. Don't go spoiling shit, we're gonna play both endings. And then, I embrace Akiha's body from the front. There's no way I could kill her. I want you to live. Akiha tilts her head questioningly. No matter what you become, I still want you to live, Akiha. My tears cannot be stopped. Akiha hugs back joyfully and bites on my neck. It hurts, but it's not an act to suck my blood. It's just a primitive act to bite me. Akiha. She just frantically bites my neck. She tears off the meat and my bones are being chipped away. Jesus Christ. Akiha has no intelligence. She doesn't know who's holding her, or the meaning of an embrace. Akiha is no different from a beast in human form. But still, I want you to live. Is it wrong to wish for such a thing? Is it a crime to wish for her to stay alive even though she goes around killing people? Even if Akiha says she cannot endure such a thing, I want her to endure past it. Even if. To think the crime is born by my selfish thinking. I'll save you. Hard, with all my might, I embrace Akiha. I embrace the wildly moving Akiha. She breaks my shoulder bone by biting through it. Akiha. Even though one of my shoulders is broken, I embrace Akiha with one arm. Akiha rages wildly. I embrace her for a long time. Is it because this might be our last embrace? I've never held someone so dearly, trying to remember everything, their heartbeat, their warmth. Maybe since she found out I'm not going to do anything, Akiha stops fighting. I don't know how long we were like this, in the falling autumn leaves, but Akiha has fallen asleep in my arms. Yeah, the maids are fine. I don't know what the fuck's happening to them right now. They might have been put asleep again or whatever. I rest Akiha's body on the ground as as gently as I can. Akiha's hair is still red. If Shiki's words are true, then there's no way for it to return to black except for that one method. I swore I would save her no matter what happened. It's really easy to save her. The reason why Akiha is living is one of the Tono blood. If the human she's sharing her life with disappears, she can go back to the original Tono Akiha. But that means the death of Tono Shiki. I don't know what leads to happiness or what can save us. I don't know if death can be the way to save her. But right now, I can't tell what is the right thing to do. Okay, so this is the final choice of the route. So we're going to save it here on file 2. For the true ending, it shows that we have to choose to give Akiha back this life. So we're going to do that one first. I don't think death can be a way to save anyone. It's an answer I've carried with me since my life was saved 8 years ago. No matter how painful or hard it is, I feel happy just being alive. So if I lived up to my belief, I cannot kill myself. It's not like Akiha has died either. If she's alive, she might get well again one day, if I take care of her. I know that to give away your life that easy means you have an illusion that death is honorable. But still I want Akiha to be happy. I just want Akiha to be happier than I am. Besides, I was dead 8 years ago, and Akiha has given me this dream this whole time. So this is just about giving back what used to be hers. There's nothing to be sad about, and there's nothing to lose. It's an end where everything goes back to where it came from. The autumn leaves fall. Akiha lies on the red ground. Her hair on the ground is red. It flows through the red leaves as if melting in them. Her face looks peaceful, as if she's having a happy dream. Jeez, I don't catch a cold sleeping in a place like this. I mutter as normally as I can, and look down at my body. The lines are throughout my body. I look to see which one would kill me the easiest. I have to return what I've borrowed for so long. But I can still give it back to you in time. Right, Akiha? If this body is being kept alive by Akiha, then if I'm eliminated, that life should go back to its original owner. I place the knife on my body. My heart screams loudly. I'm still scared. Since I'm scared, I look at Akiha's sleeping face, that I can go away calmly. Damn, I just keep on breaking promises with Akiha. The familiar feeling of death. My knife cuts through the line that will kill me the easiest. At that moment, as if the thing that controlled my body malfunctioned, my whole body stops working. I fall onto Akiha. As I start to pass out, I watch the autumn leaves. They lay thick like snow. It might be because it's so beautiful. My mind goes blank as if I'm going to sleep. Distant moon, white summer sun, and the sound of cicadas. Warm afternoon nap. An epilogue. Caitlin P., thank you! We are now at $1,568. I'll extend my ultimatum. If you can get to 1,600 by the end of the good ending, I will go through again and show you those little H-bits that we missed out on. So, to give more hope, to give more spirit to this campaign. Warm sunlight. I feel the bright sunlight coming in from the window, and I open my eyes slowly. I start to wake up. The sky outside the window is a clear blue, and it tells me that today is going to be a beautiful day. It might be because I slept in an unfamiliar bed, but my body feels a bit heavy. I stretch out a bit and get up. I hear a knock on the door. Okay, it's not a good ending, it's a normal ending. You're right, technically. It's the alternate ending. That's all I meant to say. Excuse me. Hisui comes in with a bow. Hisui shuts the door as if she had a lot of experience doing it. A quiet morning. Looking at her acting like it was normal for her to come into this room. I feel for a while that this is simply my own room. Good morning, Akiha-sama. Did you sleep well last night? Yes, I did. I'm sorry for saying such selfish things as me wanting to sleep in Nissan's room. No, it's no problem. I think Shiki-sama is also happy for you to use this room. Hisui says this haltingly. I see. You don't give up easily, Hisui. Nissan should be happy that you think of him that much. Akiha-sama. It's true, right? I'm going to get changed and go to the sitting room. Can you go tell that to Kohaku? Yes, excuse me, Akiha-sama. Hisui exits the room quietly. The room suddenly feels lonely. Nissan did not bring any of his belongings here. There's only a bed and a desk. Really, how could you sleep in such an empty room, Nissan? I'm surprised. I would have obtained for him anything he wanted, but Nissan did not ask for anything. I guess he was reserving himself a bit, but he was basically a person with no desires for things. He was like that from the time we were small. He said with a smile that he did not want anything and he was happy if we were with him. But that made me uneasy. He did not leave anything and he was not restricted by anything. And he let me know as a child that to be free is to be lonely. I look out the window. The view Nissan was always watching. The forest is illuminated under the blue sky. After that, I slowly woke. In the garden filled with dead leaves, I slowly moved my collapsed body. I was still alive. My hair was returned to black, and I did not feel the rage in my blood. I was feeling rather well, and that load I always had in my body was lifted. I could almost say it disappeared. Yes, since I was a child, that load that was there since I wished to save my brother was gone, as if it never existed. That load was painful for me, but it was also a load that relieved me. I always had half of my energy, and I always felt a load, but I was happy. Because that load was Nissan, and I could feel Nissan as long as I felt that load. But that started to feel really light. I looked around the garden. I could not see Tonoshiki anywhere in the night of falling leaves. Then I understood why I was able to live. Have you seen Redo of Healer? Yes, I have. Well, the 2 episodes uncensored that are out for so far. I'll continue to watch it, and I've read a little bit into the manga further than that, so... But I forgot most of what I read in the manga, so it'll be fun to see it in animation. Nasu is a multiverse. All of it is true, all at the same time. Why Tono Akiha returned to the original Tono Akiha? Yeah, she's been bearing Nissan's load. Ha! It's really nice outside, and I can't stay like this forever. I have to change and eat breakfast so I can go to school on time. I come down to the dining room and finish my breakfast. It's only a little past 6. I should be able to relax for a few more minutes. Akiha-sama. What is it, Hisui? Would you like to relax too? Hisui looks at me with an angry expression. No, it's more like she's staring at me. It's a bit unusual for that calm Hisui. It does not seem like you would like to join me for some morning tea. Is there something you'd like to say? Yes. Please forgive my rudeness, but why did you transfer schools again, Akiha-sama? I see. It's about that. The fact that I've transferred back to my original school must mean something to Hisui, since she does not believe Nissan has died. Why do you ask? I transferred to that school since Nissan was there. Now since that reason is gone, it's only natural for me to go back. It does not look like Hisui is convinced. Or what is it? Are you saying I should have stayed at that school even though Nissan isn't there? Yes. It's not like Shiki-sama has died. If such a thing is done, Shiki-sama will feel sad. Impossible. How can someone who's not here anymore feel sad, Hisui? Excuse me. Morally sensitive? I am not even remotely morally sensitive. No, it's a good show to watch because it's immoral as hell. You get to watch humans behaving like the filthy humans that they are, on all accounts. And that's what makes it kind of, yeah. Makes it interesting at the very least. Shield Hero is just fine. I don't think it needs to push the bounds like Redo did, but... I get up from the sofa. It's still a bit early, but I should leave. Hisui, can you tell Kohaku to get ready? Oh, and I'll probably live in the dormitory from now on, so I'll leave you two in charge of the mansion. I'll make it official within this week, so I'll give you the details when I come home. Akiha-sama! Yes? What else do you have to say, Hisui? Akiha-sama, are you going to forget about Shiki-sama? No, but it's a waste of time thinking about someone who's not here anymore. I leave the room. I walk to the lobby, feeling Hisui's eyes on my back. Please take care on your way, Akiha-sama. Kohaku walks me to the gate and bows. I'm going. I'll be back this afternoon, so... Oh, sorry. What is Redo of Healer? I will answer that for you. Yes, absolutely. I didn't see that comment in the wave of comments. I should have. Redo of Healer was a light novel that was made into a manga, which is now currently airing as an anime series. And it's based off of a pretty wild concept. It's basically like revenge fantasy. It's in a fantasy world in which the healer... the class of healer is kind of a really... There's a special healer, I guess. He's born with the power to heal people, but when he does it, he has to experience all of their painful memories, and it sucks for him, so he tries to avoid that that fate of having to heal people, even though he really wanted to be a hero. But then he finds out that the party that takes him in is basically abusing him. They drug him, make him dependent on that drug, and force him to heal them while they continue to brutally abuse him physically and sexually and all that. And so he goes through his whole life basically being their little slave to heal them. And as his party reaches the final boss of sorts, this big demon lord woman, he actually finally gets the opportunity to... He made himself immune to the poison. I guess he built up a tolerance to it, so that he could finally act while his party is losing the final battle. He takes the opportunity to defeat the demon lord himself or whatever, and uses that power to go back in time. All the way back to before he awakened to his powers as a healer. So that he can now go back in time, relive his life, and get revenge on all of the people in his party that abused the crap out of him. So he is super immoral. All the people he thought were nice and cute to him before, that led him into this false sense of security and then took advantage of him, he now knows better, and he's going to get his revenge in the most cruel and horrible ways you could imagine. So that's why it's an uncensored hentai, and it's ruffling certain people's feathers. But I think it's interesting as hell. It's not like, oh, this is the best show ever, but yeah, it's fun. I can appreciate that kind of narrative. Yes, but it's a bit regrettable since I will no longer be able to see you off anymore like this. Jeez, even you say that. This is just like before Nissan came. I only came back on the weekends back then. That's true, but now that Makihisa-sama is dead, there's no reason for you to come back here, Akiha-sama. You will only come back during long vacations, right? The anime is currently licensed by Sentai Filmworks, and it's available for streaming on High Dive, but that's the censored version, the broadcast version. That said, there is a later night broadcast in Japan that people are recording and putting out online. You have to kind of dig that one up if that's what you want to see, so, yeah. I nod and feel that I cannot hide anything from Koharu. The only reason I came back to the mansion was because my father wanted me to. Now that father's dead and I don't have responsibility as the successor until I graduate, there's no reason for me to come back to this mansion. Because when I graduate, I will live in this mansion for the rest of my life. It's stupid to let go of the last free time of my life. But I won't hire anyone else. Please keep up your good work, Kohaku. Yes, please come back here at least once a month, Akiha-sama. Okay, I'll try. It's time. My driver knocks on the door to tell me it's time to leave. Akiha-sama? Is it really all right? What are you talking about? Are you going to say what Hisui has said to me too, Kohaku? No, it's all right then. Take care, Akiha-sama. Kohaku bows. Leaving her in front of the gate, the car starts to drive down the hill. I look at the flowing scenery. Are you going to forget everything, Akiha-sama? I did not say anything when Hisui asked me that question, because it's each person's choice. It doesn't matter to me if Hisui does or does not believe in Nissan's death. Hisui wishes that Nissan is alive. It's like wishing for a full count, game-winning grand slam. Seeing that my thoughts are meaningless, I laugh at myself, because that's also my wish. Are you going to forget about Shiki-sama? Should I have answered that? It will never happen. I know it's impossible for Nissan to be alive, because the only way for me to turn back is for Nissan to give back his life. I know that fact more than anybody, but still. I'm believing in him just like Hisui. Because it's still there. I look up at the sky. The heartbeat that was there since I gave Nissan half of my life. The load that felt like I had another heart in me. The beating is still there. It's really weak and faint, but it's still there. It does not beat and it feels like a rock, but I'm certain it's still there. So while I'm disagreeing, I believe more than Kohaku or Hisui, or anyone else in the world, that Nissan is still alive. He's going to come back one day. I should go back to my normal life since there are no problems. I come back to the mansion. I believe there will only be a few more times that I'll be coming home like this. I got here earlier than I thought. I think aloud and allow myself some sentimentality. I'm in the forest. I've not set foot in this place since that night. There are too many memories here. The garden me and Nissan played around as children. The night when we snuck out of the mansion to watch the stars. The enclosure of the trees when I walked with Nissan when he came back. And the forest where I woke up in after that incident. He really is an idiot. I told him so much to kill me, and still... Nissan chose to sacrifice himself. I knew he would have chosen to do that. That's why I made with him a promise. But Nissan did not listen to a word of what I said. Yeah, he was like that since he was a kid. Nissan only did what he believed was right. He always sacrificed himself for others. Yes, whenever Hisui or I were scolded by father, Nissan took our blame. When I was about to be killed by Shiki, he saved me. And when I could not turn back, I didn't even ask him to, but... I stopped the tears that were about to come out. I'm not sad. Rather, I'm mad. I'm really mad this time. He only thinks about himself, and does not take into account how I feel. I really won't forgive him this time. But when that person says to me but when that person to say that to is not here, to where should I release my emotions? Nissan's not here. There's no feeling of him going to... There's no feeling that he's going to come back. The warmth in my heart is gone, and only the weight of what seems to be dead remains. That's the only certain thing in me. I feel uneasy when I think about it. I feel like giving up, that it might be useless no matter how much I try. I believe that Nissan is somewhere alive. That load inside me is really faint now, but it's still there. So I want to believe he's alive. I want to believe, but Nissan, if it's this quiet, I feel like I might forget someday, and I'm waiting for Nissan, but it's hard to keep my belief in him. The load's still in my chest. While it might be a proof that Nissan is alive, I'm scared that it might be a proof that Nissan is dead. Geez, I can't let anyone see me like this. I let out a breath and decide to head back to the mansion. And then, I hit something with my feet. Huh? I could not see it under the leaves, but something's there. Hey! Some metal blade that shines in the setting sun. Is it a hand sickle or something? It's dangerous for Kohaku to leave these tools lying about, but... No, it's not. As I notice, I forget to breathe as I pick it up. Yes, only once, when I grabbed the knife. What was dead inside me came alive. I do not know what kind of connection it was. Was there a special connection between him and the knife? But still, for a moment, I could feel his heartbeat inside me as I used to. No, stronger than ever before. Something warm flows down my cheeks. Even after noticing it's my tears, I still do not wipe them away. He's alive. With just that fact, I cannot think. I do not know where he is. Kaget's Toya is a lot like Hollow Ataraxia is to Fate Stay Night. It's sort of like a fan disc sort of continuation, where it's a little bit of everything, and you can experience a little bit of everything. Yeah, it was confusing as hell to beat that game. Jesus. Yeah, I remember that being kind of a nightmare. I don't know where he is. He doesn't tell me how he's doing. But I know. Nissan is alive. It was only once, but I certainly felt Nissan's warmth, and I was able to embrace it. I take a deep breath and swallow my words. I can believe. That heartbeat is enough. No matter what happens in the future, I feel like I can believe in Nissan and wait for his return. That makes me really happy. Yes, I will hold on to it for you, Nissan. I put away the knife that said Nanatsu Yoru and turn my back to the forest of memories. The forest is tinted red. I say goodbye to the forest which carries so many memories. Because I can make new memories, and there are things that I must do. I won't be indulging in sentimentality anymore. Now then, I go back to the normal life I'm having as myself, and no matter how long it may take, I'm going to believe that he will come back someday, and keep waiting for him until he does. Finish! Wahoo! Thank you so much for playing my game. Skip through the same old credits. Oh, we can get through them real fast this way. Will you take CL Senpai's lesson? Yes. No skippy. You've reached Akiha's true ending. Well done. Each heroine, with one exception, has 2 different kinds of endings. Usually they're called true endings and good ending, but Akiha-san's are called normal and true. Akiha-san's route is different from everyone else's in that how much Akiha-san likes you does not determine which ending you receive. Well then, thank you very much for playing up to this point. Let's meet again somewhere in Tsukihime. Yeah. Alright, so we'll reload the file, which means we've only got this one route left, or this one ending left, before the stream is up. And, again, if we reach $1,600, I will go through those H-scenes, the HCGs with the nobles. If not, maybe another time. Who knows? So we don't again, basically. We can't give back the life. That's what we do. Well, you gotta make yourself your trumpet request. If you donate it, I'll give a trumpet request. That's easy. Wrong. Yes, it's probably wrong. It's alright if I can really save Akiha by dying. I don't think death can be a way to save someone. Even if Akiha is saved by my death, how would she feel afterwards? It's fine if she only feels sad about it, but it's wrong if she should feel guilty for the rest of her life. We're getting donations. Disillusion? Do you mean this illusion? I don't think that choosing death is neither courageous nor honorable. I think that's just a way to run away from reality. Akiha. Akiha isn't like the Akiha before. She has become a creature that just kills for others. But still, I want her to live. If I bear everything for Akiha, who can't feel crime or punishment, I want to believe that Akiha can live. One day. I don't think she'll turn back one day. But to keep my belief in her is the last role for me. Okay. Get some water for the chorus. But to keep my promise and but to keep my belief in her is the last role for me, as I could not keep her promise. Akiha, even if you're like this forever. I kneel and scoop up Akiha's red hair. Just being able to be with you, that will be my greatest happiness. The autumn leaves fall. Autumn is ending. In this garden filled with many memories, I quietly kiss Akiha. A ritual with no meaning. I faintly see the future. This will be my last time touching Akiha as Tonoshiki. Distant reed warbler. What a weird title. Reed warbler. What the fuck is a reed warbler? I open my eyes. Endless blue soaks my sleepy mind. Slightly warm sunlight and a slightly cool breeze. A world with only the smell of grass and the sound of trees. It almost sounds like a fucking Dr. Seuss book right there. It might be that this mansion's forest is in a different season. Almost winter, but this place feels like autumn. I look up at the blue sky as I lie on the ground. The sun is already way up in the sky. I guess I fell asleep. I guess it was my fault for lying down here on the grass after coming after breakfast. Well, I didn't have anything to do anyway. Doing this here. Oh, it's a bird! It's a bird! Thank you. I'm an ignorant motherfucker. Falling asleep deeply, even forgetting my name, can't be that bad. Bottomless blue. The clean sky is far away. Thinking like a child, I keep on watching the sky. A far sky like in a dream. The view is so beautiful. I cannot even let out a sigh of amazement. Shiki-sama? Are you over there, Shiki-sama? I hear Hisui's voice from the courtyard. It's that time already. I guess I fell asleep again. I forgot time while watching this blue sky. It makes no difference if I was sleeping or not. Hisui arrives composed. Do I know how to... I can't play any instruments. Not a single one. When I was, in elementary school, I, played the recorder, but I can't even do that. No, that's just a thing I'm doing with my voice. Shiki-sama, Akiha-sama is calling you. Alright. I guess I was asleep. Sorry for being so troublesome, Hisui. Not at all, it's nothing of the sort. Hisui looks down as if she wants to say something. I want to know what Hisui wants to say, but even if she did, I wouldn't be able to give her an answer. I'll get going. Can you tell Kohaku-san in an hour or so? I turn my back to Hisui and head to the detached building where Akiha is waiting. In the room lives a girl. Now, the term lives is not right. The girl cannot move of her own will. She only moves as a living thing when she eats, and she just sits there like a statue when she isn't. So instead of live, exist is a more correct term, since she's more like a doll. I'm sorry, Akiha. I fell asleep and couldn't make it in time. I enter the room and close the shoji. Akiha sits there and does not move. Whoa, your hair's messed up. It looks like you haven't changed yet either. Didn't Kohaku-san come by this morning? Akiha does not say anything. She looks in my direction with a blank stare. No, it just seems like she's looking. Alright, let's at least make your hair look good. I touch Akiha's hair. She makes no motion to fight it. Quietly, as softly as I can, I let my hands go through her hair. Her long hair flows in my hand. Akiha does not say anything. After some time like that, Akiha suddenly moves her arm. Akiha? There's no answer. She just takes my arm and takes it into her mouth. After a hard sensation, Akiha bites on my arm and starts to suck out my blood expressionlessly. Her white throat gulps down my blood. The blood which spills out of her mouth drips down her throat and stains her kimono red. I grit my teeth and hold on until Akiha is full. There's no proper quantity for Akiha. She stops only when she's full, and I can't predict when that is. So all I can do is wait like this for her to be full. I feel dizzy, but I don't pull back. Hisui was against this until the very last minute. I decided to give Akiha my own blood, ever since she could only take in human blood. It wasn't a sense of responsibility. If Akiha could only survive in taking blood, I wanted to limit the amount of victims, and most of all, if Akiha didn't want to drink anyone else's blood except mine. Oh, he didn't want anyone else to. I guess Akiha really likes my blood. She's never gone outside since then. She would probably have to drink less of it if it were Kohaku or Hisui, since they're kind of really good at having that blood that provides heat. But we'll find out more about that next time. Not really a huge spoiler just yet. She's never gone outside since then. But it's really dangerous for my body, too. I don't have much blood to start with, and I'm not healthy enough to keep feeding Akiha blood. I faint most of the time when I come here once a day to feed her. Although I'm getting blood from transfusion, it takes my body a while to get used to other people's blood. My body's getting weaker by the day. I guess the reason for Hisui trying to say something every time she sees my face is to tell me I should care more about myself. But such a thing, it's many times easier since I can feel the pain, unlike Akiha. Akiha lowers her arm. I guess she's happy now, as she lets go of my arm. She then goes back to being a doll once more. I clean the dripping blood off her face and change her dirty kimono. Have I watched John Wick? I need to. I need to very badly. Akiha does not fight back. She just accepts everything I do. There, Akiha's proud look is nowhere to be seen. I'd be lying if I said this isn't hard on me. But still, my feeling of happiness is greater. Akiha's alive. She's alive and she's here right now. I did answer that last time, but it's okay. Then someday, Akiha might return to the previous Akiha she once was. We were talking about John Wick at some point. I think it was in regards to if you were a servant or something. Alright, see you, Akiha. I'll come back tomorrow. Dude, yeah, Hisui and Kohaku are gonna be very, very good good routes. I'll come back tomorrow, so listen to Kohaku at night. I say the same phrase as yesterday. No, the same phrase as always. As I hold Akiha's hands. Slender fingers, small hands. I cover them in my hands. The warmth, the fact that she's alive. It almost makes me cry. I suppress that feeling and smile. I want to laugh so that I won't have room for any sadness. It's easy to feel about that situation I'm in. Have I finished the Prisma Codes rerun? Technically no, because, I guess today was the day that the final event, or the final nodes become available, and the final missions. I was waiting on those. So, I guess today I'll probably be able to finish it, but I couldn't until now, so, yeah. I always play FGO at, like, the evenings, more so, unless it's a major one. Have I played Kagetsutoya on stream already? No. Nuh-uh. I have not. It's easy to feel sad about the situation I'm in. Even if Akiha doesn't understand, I have to keep on smiling in front of her. One day, if Akiha ever finds herself again, I don't want her to remember how it was sad. I wanted to think that this was nothing, that this was just one of the happy times, too. So I have to keep on laughing, even if Akiha doesn't understand right now, so that Akiha wouldn't regret the past when she finds herself again. I keep on waiting, holding her hands. Even if Akiha's eyes are not staring at anything, I'll keep smiling until the end of the world, so that one day, when Akiha wakes up, I would be able to greet her like it was like it was another normal day and say hi. That ending sucks. That ending sucks. That ending sucks. That ending sucks. Fuck you, Shiki, 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 Shiki. Fuck you, capital Shiki. With the big capital F for F you, man. Because he did that to her. I don't know. I'm always curious about what I should do on this channel as far as live streaming goes. What stuff you guys like the most. Obviously the Fate stuff, but, if I make, like, I don't know, after Tsukihime, I'll keep doing 2 Tsukihimes a week until we finish Tsukihime, but, moving on from there, I might just limit it down to 1 stream per week, and I will, the El Malloy Case Files event, I might just do, because I'm curious about that. What month is that coming up in? It's soon, right? I wrote it down. April. That's not soon, so it'll be a while. But but yeah, it'd be fun to do something like stream Higurashi, since I downloaded all of that. That might be the best way to enjoy it. I downloaded, what is that, the 7 mod or something they call it? Because that has all the best CGs and extra content from what I hear. Tsukihime Plus disc, I might put it to a vote at that point to see if what people want to do. Name a route where Ilya doesn't die. There is well, she's alive at the end of the Fate route, but presumably for not much longer. The Chloe event is easy as hell. I mean, it's grindy as a bitch, but having done it before and doing it as a rerun, it goes a lot faster. What are your odds of finishing Sin before the Case Files event? You know, that's a good question. And it's tricky. If they gave you like a boatload of Saint Quartz, you could probably do it. Because whenever you died, you could just res yourself. I don't know if you have nearly enough materials to be able to get, you know, decent servants behind your back. There are plenty of guides out there that walk you through, like, fight by fight, which is pretty crazy. I don't care about Umineko. I care about Higurashi, but Umineko just seems weird to me. Maybe it's the aesthetic. I don't like the rich, poshy, sort of dressy sort of setting. The English sort of setting, I guess, maybe. Steins Gate, I did not stream. Steins Gate would not be bad. I like Steins Gate. Well, I've already done Fate Hollow Ataraxia. Man, I loved that. I love it so much! I think that's probably my favorite, like, visual novel, period, because of its structure. It's just so much fun to play, because you get a choice of where you want to go first. Oh yes, let's take CL's lesson. I play on NA. No skippy. You've reached the normal ending! Well done. It kinda sucks. There wasn't much to that. You just got here? Shit, I'm just about to end it. I'm so sorry. Danganronpa. Yeah? I like Danganronpa. I don't have anything against it. Right now, I don't know if it's like my main priority, but I do know someone you might be interested in. Her name on Twitch is Sleepy Panda May. She's a friend of mine from way back, and she's become a VTuber recently, and she's streaming that game. Are you asking me about the story of FGO? Because I'm all caught up. There'd be no point asking me that. Today's stream is... yeah, it's a little shorter because we finished Akiha's. I'm sorry. That's the only reason. But yes, okay, so we did not meet the donation quotas for the lewd dai-chan yet. There's still hope, but that means we would have to get to 2K by the end of Thursday. And we'll have to set some new threshold if you want me to go through the old HCGs. But other than that, I'm very much appreciative of all the donations that have come through. It's still wonderful. And thank you for watching. Thursday, we will continue this, starting with Hisui's route, which I'm very excited for. And until next time, celebrate your fandom. No, Akiha only has the 2. We did the 2.